Start my recording. People versus Trisha, is it Geel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning. I have a stipulation that if Miss Geel pleads to operating while impaired first, that the other cases will be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
It's operating while intoxicated first. We're dismissing the high BAC.
Intoxicated first. I apologize. Thank you for that correction.
Your Honor, if I may, when we were
Yes.
here at our last court hearing, we were offered impaired.
Mr. Young?
No, he wasn't.
I
I
was.
never offered impaired. I haven't talked to Mr. Ellis, and this is one that the police
Why don't
department.
I wait? Why don't I stick you in a breakout room with him so you guys can talk? Okay.
It's fine. All right. How do we get back?
I can just the time. It'll time out. If Mr. Ellis comes back, I will grab you out. Okay.
All right.
Oh, I did this wrong. Hang on a second. Okay. All you're going to do, Mr. Young, is when I tell you now, you're going to hit join. A little thing's going to come up and you're going to hit join. Okay.
It's fine.
Right now, Mr. Ellis, Mr. Young, hit join.
Mr. Young was making me seasick. He was rocking back and forth like a boat.
Yeah, I hear you.
Hey, Judge,
Yeah.
also, I have another computer open with a 13-second hearing I have to do in 45th District.
13 second.
13 seconds it should be, maybe
I
14.
believe that.
So if my screen just goes to the little, like, blank
I
thing.
know. I got you.
You want me to do your case, Royce? I mean, if I'm
Well,
here.
I mean, I really need to talk to the City of Belleville prosecutor about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, you're more than welcome to do it if you like. It's just the driving while license suspended.
Quadric Gillum.
Yep, that's the guy.
Oh, he's here.
Yeah. Do we have the Belleville prosecutor?
No.
All right.
Are we going to have a Belleville prosecutor, Judge?
I have no idea. Heather, do you know?
Hello, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Duncan. No, there's a plea in the file for allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, Mr. Nunley.
All right, great.
Do you want a breakout room with Mr. Gillum?
If I could have one, yeah. It'll be brief, but thank you. Appreciate it.
I guess you suppose you could.
Royce, if you want, you can leave and I can just do that. That's not an issue.
Okay. Great. I mean, I'll
Son,
be back.
Am I
Should
putting,
have set the AirPods up.
so am I putting Dan in?
Yes,
Well, no,
Judge.
you know what? Just put me in there. Like I've spoken with Mr. Gillum a few times, so it'll
Mr.
be.
Gillum, you're gonna get a notice right now that says join. Go there and your attorney will meet you there, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. The person that says Shane's iPhone, what case are you on?
Your Honor, this is Shane Nolan, the prosecuting attorney for Belleville.
Oh, yeah, well, then you are here. Yeah, I forgot. I apologize, Mr. Nolan. I was looking for our old prosecutor.
Your Honor, there should be pleas in all of those files. I should let you know, I'm currently on a settlement conference in Macomb County that I thought would be done by now.
No worries.
So it's really difficult for me to do Zoom via both. I was going to say I can give you my cell phone number if you need to get a hold of me for something immediate.
That's perfect. Go ahead.
It's 810-338-1679.
All right, and I'll lock that into my phone. I may already have it, but
I appreciate it. I'm hoping we're done
no worries.
half an hour at the absolute latest. So
Okay, perfect. All right, thanks.
thank you.
Okay, Dan.
Hang on just 1 second, Mr. Nunley. All right, Mr. Nunley, are you ready on Mr. Gilliam? And we did have the prosecutor. He's gone now, but we did have him. You're muted. Oh, yeah, that's because you're busy.
Dan, could you take this for me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. People versus Quadric Gilliam.
Sorry, Judge.
Daniel Batar on behalf of Mr. Gilliam, Your Honor. Mr. Gilliam, you're
I'm
going
ready
to
for
plead
us.
guilty to allowing an
now,
unlicensed person to
Royce,
drive?
mute yourself. Royce, you got to mute yourself. I'll mute you. There. Okay, sorry about that. That you're going to plead guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. Is that correct, Mr. Gilliam?
Yeah,
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form, and you're going to plead guilty to this charge?
yeah,
And I will waive $100 of the bench warrant fees. It's $300 in fines and costs. The state adds $145, including our fund fee. Oh, is it true? I apologize. I'm getting ahead of myself. That in December of 2019, you were in the city of Belleville and you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive a vehicle that you were in.
yeah.
It is, I'll make it, I'll waive the $100 of the bench warrant fees. It's a $300 ticket. The state adds $145. I waived $100 of the bench warrant fees, but there's a clearance and there's another $50 bench warrant fee. So the total will be $540 instead of $640. Do you need time to pay that?
Yes, I do.
Can I give you a $50 a month payment plan?
Yeah,
I'll write up a $50 a month payment plan. Can I get a cell phone number and an email from you to, so that we can send you the payment plan?
yes. 734-686-4173.
And an email?
All lowercase, GILLIAM.
Wait. I'm sorry. Can you, I wasn't, you were talking and I wasn't writing. Can you
Oh.
try that again?
My phone number?
No, I got your phone number, the email.
It's my last name, my first name, all lowercase @gmail.com.
Okay, got it. That's what first name,
No, the last name,
yep,
first name
Yep.
@gmail.com.
at
All lowercase.
gmail.com.
Yeah, all lowercase.
Okay, perfect. I got it. Perfect. All right, we'll send you the payment plan. You're all set, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
You too.
Telepelk, what's your last name?
That's my client, Judge. This is Murray.
What's her last name?
Pelk, Pelc. It's scheduled for 10:30, but I have a conflict, so I called Heather. And I had another client that signed in, but he's
Don't
off.
blame it on Heather.
No, I'm not blaming anything on anybody. I'm just letting you know.
Heather didn't check with me to move it.
Yeah, well, I figured you were too busy.
Oh, thanks. All right, hang on just a second. Let me find Miss Pelk. Who's your other client that's here at 10:30?
Dominic Anderson is there at 9, and at 10:30 I got Bradley Pachkowski.
It's
And he's
Pachalski, but okay.
Yes, thank
I
you.
think that's mine, Judge.
Yeah, it's not,
Yeah.
he's not here yet, but we're good.
Oh.
People
Okay.
versus Tia Pelk.
Judge, I'm gonna have to talk to Mr. Young on that. Can we do Dominic Anderson's first? I know he's on there.
Yep, I see him. Hang on one second. Let me find his file.
Hey, Robert, how you doing?
Good, Murray, how you doing?
Good.
People versus Dominic Anderson. Can you hear me, Mr. Anderson?
Yeah.
Judge,
Mr. Duncan, yeah, I have a
Judge,
go ahead.
Judge, I'm moving to withdraw. There's been a breakdown between Mr. Anderson and me.
Oh, okay. Then I'll allow you to withdraw. Mr. Anderson, you know that there's a plea on the file that they'll dismiss the open in tax and make it just like a parking ticket if you pay a $225 ticket. Are you interested in taking
I
advantage of
don't-
that?
I don't want to pay anything. I believe that was wrong. I was very suicidal at the time.
Okay,
I
okay,
have
okay.
I have paperwork. I had to go to a hospital, and I take not guilty reason of insanity. I have to plea on this.
Okay, are you gonna get, do you want to talk to our court-appointed attorney, Dan?
If I need to, yeah.
I think I hear someone giving you advice in the background, probably a significant other or someone that loves you that tells you that you should talk to Mr. Batar. It's an open-end tax. The offer is $225 for a double parking. I'm gonna put you in a
Yes, sir.
break. I'm gonna put you in a breakout. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room and did you say it's your sister?
That's my mom.
Oh, it's your mom. Your mom can participate with Mr. Batar in the breakout room, okay? Mom,
Alright.
did you hear me?
Yes, I did, Judge.
Okay, when I put you in with Mr. Batar, he'll talk to you and you guys can have a discussion and then I'll see you in a couple minutes. Go ahead and hit join.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Duncan, back to Miss Pelk's case.
Yes,
Yes.
You said did you say you needed a breakout room with Mr. Duncan, with Mr. Young?
I do. And I'm going to have Bradley contact the court now too.
He was on and I didn't realize he was on my docket. And
Yeah.
I said, I think you're in the wrong place. And then I couldn't hear them. So I think they had a connection issue.
All right, Judge, that's my fault for not calling you directly. So,
Oh, no, no, I don't care. I'm fine, but you might have to call him.
Bradley, you can contact the court again.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Judge, before you do that, do you want to talk to Mr. Ellis and me on the Geo case? I think he's back in. This will take probably 10 seconds.
Yeah, except he's not on. Did they hang up?
Oh,
He's not
Okay.
on the call.
okay.
What happened to him?
Well, I told him, I told him I'm willing to consider the information that he just provided me. I wanted it in written form. And then also there was a question of whether or not she's currently getting some sort of assistance. And if that were the case, I'd be willing to look at it in a different light. But I'm not taking a chance on a 3.5. Going anything off, I'll go to from a high BAC to a OWI 1, but I'm not going to impaired. So unless there's some extenuating circumstances that I told him I'd be glad to take a look at.
Okay, well, he's not on here. If we don't hear from him, then if
I have
we
no
don't-
objection to an adjournment is what I'm saying.
It's a January 7th date. If he doesn't jump back, we'll adjourn it to January 7th.
That's fine with
okay?
me. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Mr. Duncan.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
And me?
No, Ms. Telk, you're gonna hang out.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Young, once again, you just have to hit join. Mr. Natman, what's your client's name?
I'm here for Tony Clark.
What's the last name?
Clark,
Hang on just a second. Let me pull her case.
and she's here also with
I
me.
have her, Tony Clark.
Yep,
Mr. Natman, I have a plea offer in the file from Mr. Young that if she pleads guilty to this, that they'll recommend a deferred sentence for a period of 6 months. Upon successful completion of the 6-month period, payment of $300 and cost, this case would be dismissed. Do you want to discuss that with your client? If you want to talk to
Well,
Mr.
Mr. Young did provide me with some video too. I have to
Okay.
go over everything with my client, so we're asking for an adjourn date is what we're doing.
All right, actually, she hasn't been arraigned on this, so I'm gonna enter a plea of not guilty on this. I'm gonna give you an adjourned date of January the 7th.
That would be fine.
And I don't know what time it is. They'll have to schedule the time up front. Or Heather, do you want me to just give a time?
Need to take my mask off.
And you-
All right, yeah, let's do it at 9:30, Mr. Natman.
That'd be fine, Judge.
Perfect, you're all set. I'll see you then. Oh, you know what? Because we don't have your client. Oh, yeah, we do. Never mind. We have her contact information. We're good.
Okay,
Thank you. Yep,
Have a
have a
nice
great day. Just hang out, Mr. Pachowski. As soon as we get Mr. Duncan back, we'll do your case. Good morning, Miss McGee. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good. I'm Judge Green. There's an offer in the file from the Belleville prosecutor that if you plead guilty to an added count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, which does not go on your driving record, it would end up being, and I'll waive the $100 in bench warrant fees. The total would be $445, which I would give you a payment plan on, and then you would be done with us, and it won't affect your driving record. If you're interested in taking that plea, otherwise you can talk to the court-appointed attorney if you want to, or you can just take advantage of the offer.
You said allowing an unlicensed driver to
Yeah,
drive?
which technically was you, but it
Okay, I
doesn't go
thought-
on your driving record.
No, because I had a ticket with you guys for that a couple years ago. So I thought, I'm like, wait, that's not what it was for. Okay, I'll take that. You said, how much is it?
It's $445 if I waive the $100 in bench warrant fees.
Okay, I have a question though. So I would have to pay that amount in full in order to get my license back?
Nope, actually, I'll let you pay the clearance and put you on a payment plan.
Thank you. I'll take that.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form?
Yes.
And is it true that actually it's $490, but excuse me, it's $490, not $445, because you got to pay the clearance. I apologize.
Okay. You said $490.
$490, yeah. Is it
Okay.
true that on or about September the 2nd of 2017, you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive a vehicle that you were in?
Yes.
Okay. The fines and costs is $300. The state adds another
I
$145.
didn't
There's
have
a
time to get down
clearance.
to one of them conference rooms.
I know. Like I said.
Judge, we're ready on Mr. Anderson.
Sorry, I had to mute Miss Pelt because I could hear her and I'm trying to take this plea. So, I'm gonna write may pay FAC, so you can pay the $45 clearance. And then can you pay $50 a month?
Yes.
Payment plan of $50 a month. So you can go on and pay the $45 anytime, or you can come to the court. I don't know. You can go online, you can mail it in, you can come to the court, whatever works best for you, okay?
Okay.
All right, perfect. You're all set. We've got your email and your contact information to send you a payment plan, okay?
All right. Thank you. You guys have a
You're
great day.
welcome. You're welcome. Have a great day. Mr. Batara and Mr. Anderson, what are we doing?
Judge, this is kind of out of the ordinary, but can I talk to you briefly in a breakout room?
Me?
Yes, you.
No.
Just for 30 seconds.
I understand that. I don't have Mr. Nolan. Can I put him on speaker in the breakout room so I'm not having an ex-party communication?
Oh, that's fine. I have no issue with that. That's fine, Judge.
Okay, I'll be right back, Mr. Duncan.
Thank you.
Yeah. Because she said, the offer's impaired. I said, no, it's not. She goes, I mean, God, no. I said, I'm sorry. So the old WI was operating. I always write impaired. I never write.
Saying sometimes, like I just did, you got to stand up for yourself. Just saying. Sometimes you can't be like you and submit. Okay, I'll take your little JPEG net thing. I'm saying, dude, sometimes you gotta fucking speak your mind, what you believe in, dude.
Dominic, are you still there?
Mr. Anderson, can you hear me?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Anderson, your attorneys indicated that you're gonna agree to the double parking and I'm gonna agree to waive the fines and costs. Is that your understanding?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, then that's what I'll do. I'll amend it to the double parking, but I'll waive the fines and costs. Let me ask you a question, Mr. Anderson. Part of this deal though, Mom, can you get on the screen? Good morning, Mom. How are you?
Good morning. I'm okay. How are you?
Pretty good. Mr. Anderson, how old are you?
I am 24. I just turned 24.
You're 24. Do you have a diagnosis of either bipolar or something like that?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Are you taking your medication?
Yes.
Yes. Do you take it when you're supposed to take it?
Yes.
Do you avoid taking things that interfere with your medication, like drugs and alcohol?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, because that was the allegation and this was an open intox. That means that maybe you were consuming stuff that affects your medication. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Do you live with your mom?
Yes.
Okay. Part of the deal in me waiving these fines is that you have to follow your mom's directions, make sure you take your medications when you're supposed to, and that you don't take anything that interferes with your meds, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
You promise me you'll do that?
That I promise.
Okay, good. All right, then that's what I'll do. Mom, anything else?
Judge, there is one other thing. There's an outstanding retail fraud case his mom told me about. I'm not sure which jurisdiction it's out of.
Same
It was
here.
up, I think, in October.
Hang
Is
on,
that
hang
correct,
on
ma'am?
just a second. Heather, are you on here, Heather? Yes, you are. Heather, can you look up Dominic Anderson and see if you can find the retail fraud case?
It was October 29th.
It's actually on my birthday.
Oh, okay.
Could,
Did he participate?
no, Judge, he didn't appear for that. We're asking that if
Hang on,
the
hang
court
on. Let
could-
me have Heather see if she can find it. It could be in the
Okay.
stack on my couch, huh?
When was it? Attorney didn't tell us for that.
If it's a Van Buren case, I'm
It
gonna
is.
give you a date. Hang on a second. If Heather can find it.
Oh, you know what? I have the paperwork.
Oh, she's calling me. Hang on.
Do you need the case number?
No, just hang on. All right, Dan. Mr. Anderson, we're
Yes.
gonna reset your Van Buren case. Dan, are you gonna hang on to that, Dan? Yes, you are, because you're gonna talk to Miss Manorino.
I will do it. Can I have the case number, Judge?
I don't have a case number. Heather, do
I'll
you
look it up.
have?
I'll look it up online. That's fine. What day? are we
Yeah, or
talking about?
Heather, yeah, it was a weird deal. Murray Duncan withdrew on that one, but we're gonna set it December the 17th. Mr. Anderson, you'll get a notice from us. We'll have Mr. Batar stay on that case and he'll talk to the prosecutor ahead of time, if possible.
Mom,
I do
Mom,
have the
can I
case
have-
number.
Oh, give him the
Ma'am?
case number then.
Let me grab it.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Oden, hang on.
Mom, can I get your name first, please?
Sabrina?
Anderson,
Yes.
and your phone number?
734-678-5342.
And what's that case number?
It's 20-0646.
20-0046?
No, 20-0646.
Oh, 0646. Okay. I
And
will be
that's
in
an accurate
contact. with-
case number, Dan, because Heather just sent it to me. So Heather, reschedule that case and send notices for December the 17th, okay? And add Dan Batar onto the list. And then, Dan, if you could talk to, remind me at the time, and if you talk to Miss Manarino.
I will, Judge.
Okay, perfect. Miss Anderson, Mr. Anderson, you're free to go today. Everybody else, please mute yourselves if you're not speaking, because that's what I'm getting feedback from. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome very much. Mr. Anderson, what I tell you, take your meds, take your meds, take your meds. Don't do anything that interferes with your meds. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, you're all set.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you very much.
welcome. All right, Mr. Duncan,
Yes, Judge.
did lose on Tia Pelk? What are we doing?
Judge,
Judge,
they've
what-
offered to,
I don't have the file here in front of me. What are the charges again? Can you just give them to me real quick?
Operating while texting, PBT refusal, and open intax. Wait a second.
I do believe that's correct.
An open intax. Yeah, there isn't. There. Yeah, there isn't. You put operating while impaired, but there's no drunk driving
No.
charge.
No,
Here's what
no, there's not,
happened.
Judge.
There's another case that's coming to me that is a drunk driving. When I was going through the reports, I must have looked at them all together and wasn't paying attention to the matchup. So we'll set the OWI aside and we'll just deal with the texting, the refusal, and what was the third one?
Well, there is no OWI to set aside.
No.
Oh, you mean just delete
I
it
meant
off
just-
of the
Yeah.
the
I
police stuff?
Yeah, I'll deal with it at another date and time. So what is?
Not out of
so,
the same incident, right?
No,
It's not out of.
no, it's not,
okay.
Judge.
No.
Okay.
Right.
So we have
Okay.
a texting, a PBT refusal, and an operating while in, or open intax. See, now you're gonna get me to say it.
right.
What's the offer?
Yeah, open intax and PBT refusal, and I dismissed the texting.
Well, what we talked about, Rob, was she plead to the 2 civil infractions.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's what we agreed
All
to.
And we
right.
would dismiss the criminal
That's fine.
case.
Is that what you want
Right.
to do? Mr. Duncan, is that what your client wants to do?
I haven't told her yet, but I'm gonna recommend it to her. Tia, they've offered to let you plead responsible to the 2 civil infractions, which are non-criminal, and the criminal case of open attacks would be dismissed. I recommend that you plead responsible and allow the court to dismiss the open attacks. Is that agreeable with you, Tia?
Did we lose her?
Is she on there?
I think that we lost her, I think.
All right, then let me go back and get her and I can do my other one, I guess.
So let's say this, the police stands, Marie, even if I'm not here, and
Okay.
the judge can take it. And if we
Okay.
don't get it resolved, you're just gonna have to schedule it for another date and time. So
Okay, I'm gonna call her and try to get it done this morning while I'm doing
Okay,
these.
on Mr. Pacholski's case.
Yes, can I go into a breakout room again with Mr. Young?
I'm gonna
Yes,
claim
hang
you as a
on.
dependent here if this continues, you know.
Yes,
seen
hang
you
on
long-
just a second.
Haven't seen you in a long time.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Mr. Duncan and Mr. Young, go ahead. The person that's on the iPhone, what's your last name, ma'am? You're muted. You gotta unmute yourself.
My name is Amber Flakes.
Spell your last name.
Flakes, Flakes.
Hang on just a second. Let me pull your file.
Okay.
I got you. Miss Flakes, I have an offer from the Belleville prosecutor that if you plead guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, which means that it doesn't go on your driving record and doesn't appear, and I'll actually waive the total due and owing to the court would be $445. I see you already paid your clearance. I'll waive the $100 in bench warrant fees, so it would have been $545. It'll make it $445. Are you interested? And it will not go on your driving record. Are you interested in taking that offer? If you want, you could also talk to the court-appointed attorney who's sitting in the room with us.
No, that's fine. And then after that, I'll be done with it.
You will be done with it, correct? Well, you got to pay us the $445, but yes.
Okay. Is there a certain period of time I have to pay it?
Let me take the plea and I'll give you a payment plan. Hang on. Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice or rights form?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it true that on or about, to old case, to February of 2015, you were in Belleville and you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive a vehicle that you were in?
Mm-hmm.
I'll accept your plea. I'll dismiss the original charge, assess the fines and costs as we've discussed. It's $445. Looks like I have your email and your cell phone number. Can you do a $50 a month payment plan?
Could you do something a little bit more so I can get done with it faster than that?
Oh, you can make bigger payments. Yeah, if you want me to do $100?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll do $100 a month. And you'll get a form from our collections department, make the payments, and you'll be all set, okay?
Okay, so do I hang up or wait a second?
You can hang up. You're all set.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Mr. Oden. Should have done
Yes.
you first. I apologize. I have the
It's okay.
same deal from you. It looks like there's an offer of if you plead to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, the other charges will be dismissed.
Okay.
You do have an old disobeying a traffic signal from 2019 that you owe us $230 on, but I could roll that into a payment plan.
Okay, no problem.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes, that is fine.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, and I think there's a clearance on this file. I'm gonna, Heather, can you look up Mr. Oden's cases and tell me if there's an FAC on the 2 misdemeanors? I'll dismiss the one. And if there's an FAC, I'll waive it. Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice or rights form?
Yes.
Is it true that on or about May the 31st of 2019, you were in the city of Belleville? You allowed an unlicensed driver to drive a vehicle that you were in?
Yes.
I'll waive $100. There's $200 in bench warrants and late fees. I'll waive 100 of it. So that'll end up being $445. Wow, there's actually there's 250. I'll waive 150 of it.
Okay. If you could just,
So it should be a total, if I waive 150 of, 545 unless there's a clearance, no FACs owing. Okay, there's not a clearance, perfect. So, let me make sure that I added that right. 245. Yep, so it's 545 on the misdemeanor and you still owe us 230 on the old. Oh, you're on a payment plan already, right?
yes, I just got
Okay.
on one.
Then I'm gonna just roll this into your payment plan.
Okay, awesome. As far as my
Alright.
license and everything, I'm good to drive and my
Yep,
license is
yeah,
straight.
she said you don't have any FACs. You don't have any clearances with us, so you're good. All
Okay,
right, but
awesome.
keep making the payment plan, okay?
Okay,
All right, perfect. You're all set, Mr. Oden. Thank you.
thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You as well.
Mr. Duncan,
Yes, Judge.
get Ms. Pelk back? Oh, yes, we did. We lost Mr. Pachowski and we lost Ms. Pelk, but I got them both in the waiting room.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Hang on one second.
Okay.
All right, sorry about that.
No problem.
All right, now we'll start back with Miss Pelk's case, but recalling people versus Tia Pelk. We lost you,
Yes,
Miss
Your Honor.
Pelk, for a minute.
Yes, so sorry. Yes, Your Honor.
Hello, Your Honor. Murray Duncan, once again appearing on behalf of the defendant Tia Pelk. Judge, a quick question for you on the texting case, because I don't have that in front of me. That's a civil infraction, correct?
It is.
Okay. Then I talked to Mr. Young, and it's been recommended that Ms. Pelk be allowed to plead responsible to the 2 civil infractions, and that the misdemeanor charge of open intoxicants would be dismissed.
And the total between the two is 240 and 180. So it's a total due owing of 420 to the court. Do you need, is that what you want to do, Ms. Pelk? And do you need time to pay that?
Yes, and please, Your Honor, I
Um,
can do payments, a
yeah,
payment plan.
Can you do a payment plan of $50 a month?
Absolutely.
And I need your email address and your cell phone number.
My
Let me make
email
sure.
address,
Hang on, let me make sure. Yeah, we don't have it.
Okay.
Give me your cell.
it's 313-624-5612.
And your email.
It's my last name, Pelk, period, my first name, Tia, @gmail.com.
Perfect. We'll send you a payment plan and you'll be done with us. Well, no,
And
you're
is
not
there
done
any-
with us. There's some outstanding something else that
Yes,
Mr. Duncan's
there
got to
is.
take care of.
There is, absolutely. Is there any points with the texting?
I
And-
don't assess the points. I'm not sure. Heather,
I
do
can
you
find
know
out
if
for you,
there's?
Judge.
Okay,
pardon?
Maria can take care of that.
Yes, I
Okay.
can find out for you, Tia.
Well, actually,
Okay,
I
thank
can,
you.
Heather, are there points on the texting?
I don't believe there are.
No, she says there's not. I didn't think there were, but I didn't know for sure.
Yeah. So
You're all
so
set,
Judge-
Ms. Pelt.
Judge,
Thank you.
Judge Tia, both of the civil infractions are 0-point civil infractions. Thank you,
Thank you
Judge.
very much.
All right.
Thank you so
You're
much, Your
all
Honor.
set. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
You too, thank you, Your Honor.
On People versus Brad Pachalski.
Yes, Your Honor. Murray Duncan appearing on behalf of the defendant Bradley Pachowski. Judge, I'm going to file a motion on this regarding the data master.
I can't hear this case. I have known Brad Pachalski and Brad Pachalski.
The case was with Judge Oakley all the way up to now.
Yeah, I don't know how they probably just pulled it and rescheduled it. And actually, Bill Mays, if you want to get with Bill Mays, he's filing, I don't know what the status is, but actually on another case that I had to disqualify on for a similar reason, because
I'm actually in close contact with Mr. Mays, as you probably
and so, and Judge Oakley is hearing, these are all done, Tim. Judge Oakley is hearing the data master case of Mays is, so if you coordinate with him, you may be able to get them all together.
Okay, as long as I have time to file the motion. That's a good idea, Judge. Thank
Do
you.
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I do.
Heather, if you want me to, it's tracking with the Trombley case. And so, I'm gonna pull the file. I'll have them reset this
Okay.
with Judge Oakley. I don't know if I have a date or not. I'm gonna have to write on the file,
That's a good idea, though, Judge. Thank you.
but I'll see if I'm gonna hold it to the side, and at the end of the morning, I'll take it up and talk to Carol. I'll find out if Bill Mays has already filed his motion, and then we'll try to put this on that docket to track. Wait, oh, no, I don't know that we can do that.
Oh, boy.
Because I think, oh, no. It's gonna be a weird thing. Mr. Young, because it's out of Huron's police department, and the case that Bill has is a Huron case. But since the prosecutor is different, Mr. Young, could you maybe appear on an off day for you? Do you know what I mean? Just on one case, you got to unmute yourself. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, unmute yourself.
Thank you. I'm
Do you
glad
know
you
what?
couldn't
Can
hear me.
I just want to raise that most circumstances, just for the record, Mr. Duncan, Mr. Nolan, I don't know how well you know Mr. Young. I know Royce is on here too, and Mr. Batar. Most of the days, I wouldn't tell him to unmute himself because I really don't want to hear him talk. I would just leave him muted, and I would just shake my head like he thinks he's speaking. But for purposes of today, I guess I'll let him know you're muted and I can't hear you.
He's still muted?
No, he's not.
Judge, I got to tell you, Judge, I was glad to find myself muted when I was making those comments a minute ago. So we're both on the same page. We're okay with that.
But do you understand what I'm saying? Do you mind
No, I
jumping
don't mind.
on a case because it all has to do with the Huron Township Data Master?
I don't mind.
Or maybe I know it's a weird deal for you, or maybe letting the Huron prosecutor, going joint with her or something.
Yeah, I'd like to get the motion and get the response. And I assume, Murray, you're going to replicate to some extent Mays's motion?
Mays and I are actually working on these together, so.
Yeah, so
All right,
I think they need to be set together. I know it's a little bit out of the box, but I'll go to Judge Oakley. I'll go to Carol on setting these, and I'll track it down and figure it out.
All right, that's fine.
Thank you.
I don't have a problem with that.
All right.
Okay,
Yep,
all right.
okay.
Kinda, do you understand what's going on, Mr. Pachalski?
Kinda.
Okay.
I can call you, Brad.
Okay.
All right, so you're all set for today, Mr. Pachalski. You'll get a notice in the mail.
I'm
Thank
set
you.
too, Judge. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you. Yep, thanks. And I think we have Mr. Ellis back, who we lost first thing this morning. Mr. Ellis, are you there?
Your Honor, I am back with you. Lost no more.
Okay, Mr. Young had said that, I thought, right, this is a Sumter case? Yeah.
Right.
That we're gonna adjourn this matter to the January 7th is my next date. Does that work for you?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll do it, January 7th at, your choice.
Your earliest opportunity, Your Honor.
9 o'clock is the earliest.
That's fine, Your Honor.
So we'll adjourn it to January the 7th at 9, okay? Is that okay, Mr. Young?
Yeah, that's fine. And Mr. Ellis, you're going to get me the stuff we talked about before then, of course, right?
Yeah, yes, I will. Mr.
right.
Young, what is your first name?
Robert.
And is your last name spelled Y-O-U-N-G?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
I know.
these days
I know.
you don't know.
I mean, the first name Jim is spelled 5 different ways, so I get it.
Mr. Young, I will get a document to you.
All right, well then we will
Thank
see you in January, all right?
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good morning.
Thank you. You too. Have a good day. The person that just jumped on the iPhone, what's your last name?
Kraus.
Kraus with the K?
Yep.
And the person that's on is the Zoom user. What's your last name?
Mandich.
Are any of those mine, Judge?
I don't know. I'm trying to pull them right now. Hang on just a second. Miss Mandich,
Yes, ma'am.
it is a Belleville case, and there's an offer that the driving unsuspended would be reduced to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, which does not go on your driving record. And they would dismiss the driving on suspended. It would be a $445 ticket. If you're interested in taking that plea, you could also talk to the court-appointed attorney who's on the call with us right now if you would like to.
Yes, please.
Okay, Mr. Batar,
Yes, Judge.
driving unsuspended, the offer is allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. Oh, let me check the other file before I give you this. Hang on one second. And Mr. Kraus,
Yeah.
I have also a driving on suspended, 2 cases of driving on suspended. One's a Belleville, one's a Belleville, one's a Sumter.
Yep.
And I don't have an offer in the file. The Sumter one is a 2015 case. Oh, they're both 2015. In February and in November of 2015. Gentlemen, Mr. Nolan, Mr. Young,
Yes, Your Honor.
any comments about a plea offer on this? Oh, there is a plea offer from Belleville to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive on the Belleville case, Mr. Batar.
Okay.
Rob, on the Sumter case,
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. If they want it without looking at it, since it's an old case, I'll agree to an odd.
okay, so 2 counts of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. Mr. Kraus, do you want to talk to the court-appointed attorney about that offer?
Sure.
Mr. Batar, is it okay if I put Mr. Kraus and Miss Mandich in the breakout room with you? All right.
Yes, Judge.
I'm going to create the breakout room. Oh my gosh, I keep screwing this up today.
Let's see if you're working.
Hang on just a second.
I did.
All right, let's try this again. I keep hitting automatic and it just creates 2 breakout rooms and assigns randomly people. Mr. Batar, iPhone and Zoom user. If everybody hits join, you could join the breakout room. I have a Mr. Stewart entering. Good morning, Mr. Stewart. How are you?
Good morning. I'm all right.
Is your
How about
first name, although it says Jimmy, is your first name Malik?
Yes, sir. I mean, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm
That's
sorry.
what I thought. That's what I thought. I have a stipulation, Mr. Malik, that if you plead to an added count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, which would be a $445 ticket, and
Wait,
a
say
double.
that, say that again. You froze.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me okay now? Hello? I think you're freezing. Yep, you are.
Hello?
Yep.
Yeah, you
Can
just
you-
came back. You just came back in. It had froze. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's you that's freezing, not me, but that's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, if you plead guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, which would be $445, and they would amend the speeding to a double parking of $225. So the total due and owing the court would be $670. Are you frozen again?
Oh my God.
Are you okay?
Yeah, you keep going in and out. Okay, you back in now. You
Yeah,
said,
quit moving around.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Stay in one spot. So if you plead to the allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, it would be $445. No points, doesn't go on your driving record, and the driving unsuspended would be dismissed. They would
Okay.
also amend the speeding to a double parking, which doesn't go on your driving record. It's an additional $225. The total is $670, but I would give you a payment plan of $50 a month to pay that, and nothing would go on your driving record. Are you interested in taking that plea?
Yes, I plead guilty.
Okay. Do you understand that by pleading, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice or rights form?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it true that you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive a vehicle you were in on August the 17th?
Yes.
All right, I'll amend the speeding to a double parking of 225 like we talked about. And then I'm going to assess the allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. Do you need a $50 a month payment plan?
To start off, yes, but I'll finish
Oh,
it.
I
can
think
finish
there's
it
a
off soon.
bond. You actually have a $200 bond. So you can use 180 of your $200 bond. So technically you'll owe us $490.
Okay.
So I'm sorry. Did you say that $50 a month was good?
Yes, but I can probably pay it next month, but we can
Yeah,
do
you
it.
can pay it off anytime.
Yeah.
But I'll do a payment plan of 50. And can I get a cell phone number and an email contact for you? Give me your cell.
My cell phone is broke right now, but
Okay.
I can give you this number:
That's fine.
313-268-7883.
And whose phone is that?
That's my dad's.
Okay.
I can give you my email though.
All right, give me your email.
Malik Stewart, number 68 @gmail.com.
Malik Stewart 68 @gmail. Perfect, Mr. Stewart. We'll send you a payment plan. Make the payments. I'll amend that and you'll be done with us. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck. Have a great day.
You too, ma'am.
I have Mr. Boyer entering the waiting room or entering from the waiting room. I don't even know how to talk this morning.
Judge, Mr. Kraus and Ms. Mandich are both going to enter, please.
Okay, let me get them back on 1 second. We have Mr. Kraus, so I'm going to go ahead and do that one. And Mr. Kraus, I see that you have a $40 a month payment plan with us. I'll just roll this in.
Okay.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty to both of these counts? And I'll actually
Will you consider?
actually waive the bench warrant fees on both too. So it'll still be $445. Okay.
Okay.
And is it true that you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive back in 2015 in Sumter and then also in Belleville?
Yes, Your Honor.
The fines and costs, as we've discussed, will be $445. I'll waive late fees on these
Judge,
files. Yeah.
Is that $445 going to cover both cases?
No, it's $445 each on
Would
each
you-
case.
would
But
you
I waived
consider-
a couple of $100 on each case.
I was going to ask you to consider waiving fines and costs on one of them altogether, Judge, just because they're older cases and he's already on a payment plan.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna finish this first.
The problem is,
And his license is good now, Judge.
yeah, do you want to talk about how many driving on suspendeds he's had?
I don't have any idea how many he has had, Judge.
Lots. All
I'm just trying
right.
to save a man some money. That's all, Judge.
I'll waive the fines and costs
Thank you, Judge.
on one of the files.
Thank you.
The other one, I need your, do we have, I have a payment plan, but it doesn't look like I have. Give me a cell and an email anyway.
From me?
Yep.
734-772-8221.
And an email.
Daniel Kraus, all one word, 08 @gmail.com.
at Gmail?
Yep.
All right, Mr. Kraus, 4:45, dismiss the other cases. We'll roll it into your existing payment plan, make the payments, you're all set, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Perfect, have a good day. Ms.
You-
Mandich,
Yes, ma'am.
same thing. I have a stipulation that if you plead to the allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, that the other charge will be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it true that on or about January the 18th of this year, you were in the city of Belleville and you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive a vehicle that you were in?
Yes, ma'am.
It is fines and costs of $300. The state adds $145 for the 445 that we talked about. Do you need time to pay? You need a payment plan?
Yes, please.
I'll give you a $50 a month payment plan. You can make payments more frequently than that. You can pay it off anytime.
Okay, thank you.
Can I get I have a cell phone number from you of a 313-303-9228. Can I get pardon?
I'm
Is that
sorry,
right?
nope, that's been updated.
Okay, give me your new cell phone number.
734-309-0085.
And an email.
SOCORROMANDICH@iCloud.com.
Perfect. We'll send you a payment plan, make the payments, and you'll be done with us, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a good day. Mr. Boyer,
Yes, ma'am, I'm
good
here.
morning. How are you? I have
I'm
a
doing all right. How are
stipulation.
you?
I'm good. I have a stipulation that if you plead guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, which does not go on your driving record, that the original charge of the driving unsuspended will be dismissed. I see that you paid your clearance, so you have your driver's license back, as far as I can tell. If you plead today, it would be 445, and that means that I would waive $100 of the bench warrants and late fees, so it would go from 545 to 445, and I can give you a payment plan if you need one. Are you interested in taking that plea? We have Mr. Batar, who's our court-appointed attorney, on the call with us if you would like to speak to him.
You said the case will be dismissed?
No, I said that the driving unsuspended would be dismissed and you would pay $445 and plea to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, which is no points and doesn't go on your driving record.
Right. Yes, I'm fine with that, and I would like to be set up with a payment plan.
Okay, do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form and you're going to plead to this added count?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is it true that you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive a vehicle that you were in the city of, or in Sumter Township on August the 29th of 2018?
You said somebody else?
Yeah, you're
Well,
the somebody else.
Okay, right, yes.
That's how it doesn't go on. It's kind of yeah, you allowed yourself
Okay.
to drive.
Yes. So my
I know
my
it's kind of
question-
a legal confusion.
Right. My question is, if thing was dropped, well, okay, sorry, not the
I
case
dropped
was
the
dropped.
driving on suspended. It doesn't go, you got to pay us the $445, but it doesn't go on your driving record. It won't affect your driver's license at all.
Okay, my question is, what is the 445 for exactly?
It's the fines and costs for pleading on the allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. That's just the going rate.
Right. And then the fines that I paid, like the $1,000 for, what was that for?
What $1,000?
For the whole thing, like probation, all of it.
Let me hang on one second. I imagine, did you have some civil infractions that were attached to this?
What do you mean by that? Sorry.
I'm looking, hang on. I don't have a ticket on this file. Heather, can you look up Mr. Boyer's case and tell me? Oh, I do have the ticket. Yeah, this is the only file. I don't know who did you pay $1,000 to?
To the court, Your Honor.
You must have, did you have tickets out of other courts? Or did you have other open tickets with us? She's looking. Hang on just a second.
Okay, yeah, okay, okay.
You either they got picked up and you had bench warrants or tickets from other courts and we would have sent the money to them. Or if you had open files with us, we
This
would
is
have.
the 34th district, correct?
Yep, it is. It is. Hang on.
Okay,
just
I
a
was
s-
looking, okay, sorry.
Hang on just a second. She's looking.
Okay.
Nope, she said we don't have any other cases of yours. So if you gave did you give Sumter Township $1,000?
I sent it right to the website, the 34th district. Like she even set me up. I talked to her and made the payment while I was on the phone with her. And on my file, it shows that I made a payment of $1,000. Like on the
This is the
Is it-
only file that we have, and we only have a payment of a $45 clearance.
clearance. Is it possible to like show my screen of the website and show my case where it shows I made the payment or?
Yeah, if you can do that.
Yes, sorry,
It
give me a second.
says, I have a letter from you that says I'm paying the $45. I have the printout of your letter.
34th, okay.
Oh,
34th
is your
district.
middle name? Wait a second.
I'm the third. My father is the second.
Wait a second. What's your full name?
David Harlan Sterling Boyer the third.
Yeah, okay, did you get that, Heather?
And
Okay, she's looking again.
okay.
She's running your
You know what?
driving record.
You know what? You're right.
I'm
You're
right.
right.
Wait, stop. Go ahead. Yeah. Mr. Batar, Mr. Nolan, Mr. Nunley, Mr. Young, are you all listening? I want to get your attention. Say that one more time, Mr. Boyer. What was that?
You were right. I was thinking of the other court.
I just wanted everybody to hear him say I was right.
Duly noted. There's a first time for everything. Kelsey.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Nunley.
Yeah, I was looking at it.
sleeping,
You're right.
I was
shows the
sleeping, Your Honor, so I
$45.
didn't hear it.
He was just telling me I was right. So, all right. So, Mr. Boyer, I'm going to give you a $50 a month payment plan.
That sounds good, Your
Your
Honor.
driver's license is good, though. It should be. For your payment plan, can I get a cell phone number and an email?
Yes. Give me 1 second. Just got a new number, actually. You ready?
I am.
419
Yep.
548 8766. You
And
ready for the email?
yep, I am.
Sharp X 15 at gmail.com.
sharpx15@gmail.com.
Yes, Your Honor.
Perfect. All right, then we will send you a payment plan and you are all set. Make the payments and you'll be done with us.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
All right. You too.
I have Denise coming in, but I have no idea what the last name is.
Lawson, that's my prediction.
That's your prediction?
Yep.
Ma'am, can you tell me what your last name is?
Yes, it's Lawson.
Oh, that he was right. All right, Miss Lawson, let me pull your file. Hang on 1 second.
Okay.
Miss Lawson, I have a offer from the Belleville prosecutor that if you plead to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, that they'll dismiss the driving on suspended. It would be a total of fines and costs of $545, but you take advantage of the plea, if you take advantage of the plea, I'll waive the $100 in bench warrant fees. So it'd be $445. It does not go on your driving record. If you're interested in taking that plea, I can take it. If you want to talk to our court-appointed attorney, Mr. Batar, who's on, or Dan, are you the court-appointed or is Royce? Are you, I'm sorry.
I am. Judge Royce is here, I think, on just individual cases.
Okay, okay. You can, Miss Lawson, if you're interested in talking to the court-appointed attorney, I can put you in a breakout room with him, or you can take the plea, and I can give you a payment plan for it if you decide you want to take advantage of it.
Okay, can I ask a quick question?
Absolutely.
When I paid the ticket, or what did I pay that allowed me to get my license?
You paid the clearance that we paid the Secretary of State, the $45.
Yeah, so
Yep.
I sent.
Yep.
Oh, that's what I sent in to the court.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like you're valid to get a driver's license. You paid your reinstatement,
it.
you have a valid license.
Yes, I just got it. I want to say June or July.
In June,
July.
yep, I have it on your driving record. So you would have to pay this ticket for $445, which I could give you a payment plan, but it doesn't go on your driving record. It won't resuspend you or anything like that.
Okay, what would the payment plan be? Yes.
I can do $50 a month.
$50 a month. Okay, I can do that.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, that's the lowest you can do is $50
I can do
a month.
I can do a $40 a month.
Okay, let's do let's do the 40. You said
All right.
400.
I'll do $40 a month payment plan. Do you understand that by pleading guilty or giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form?
Yes.
And is it true you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive a vehicle that you were in in April of 2018 in the city of Belleville?
Yes.
I will assess the fines and costs as we discussed. I'll waive the $100 in bench warrants and late fees. It'll be a total of $445, and I'll give you a $40 a month payment plan. We have a cell phone number of you of 248-893-9092 and an email, a Gmail address for you. And we will send you the payment plan to that. Okay.
Okay. So any particular, so it will have the days, the days that is due.
Correct.
No.
And then you can pay it online, you can mail it in, you can bring it to the court, however you want to pay the ticket, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day. Thanks. Mr. Ruark, what do you need?
I am here on Sumter versus Schaefer. Is Rob around?
He is.
I want to talk with Rob in a breakout room.
Ryan, how you doing?
Hey, Rob.
Mr. Young, are you ready?
I'm ready. Yeah, that's fine.
Thanks, Judge.
You're welcome. And we wait.
Judge, who won the election?
Lisa Martin did.
Okay. I thought that. I was just confirming.
Yep, no problem.
I'll be right back, Judge.
Okay.
Can you hear me, Mr. Nolan?
Yes, sir. Can I
You
do
got,
for you?
you got any Ramon Dor Horton today, right?
I know the name. I haven't seen these files in a few weeks. Yeah, it's on mine.
You've got 2 different cases, right? 2 offenses.
Correct. We've got a driving license not valid and a disorderly person.
Okay.
I cannot recall what the plea was that I put in the file, but I did put something in there. So
I haven't been able to reach him, so I don't really. I'm gonna have to talk to him in a breakout room because I have no idea like what the charges are.
Do you need me to send you the report or anything?
If you got it, that'd be great.
Let me verify I got it.
Hey, Royce,
Mm-hmm.
the plea is deferred on the disorderly for 6 months, and the expired license is a double parking 300.
Okay. Thank you.
Royce,
He also wrote dismiss the traffic signal, but the traffic signal is a case that's closed out. He doesn't have the authority to dismiss it. Sorry about that.
Okay.
My bad. Royce, can you give me your email address?
Yeah, it's Royce at roycenunleylaw.com.
Okay. Looks like I got 2 tickets, 2 case reports, so I'll shoot all 4 of these things over to you right now.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yep.
Mr. Bohannes,
Hey, how you doing?
how in the heck are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good to see you.
Yeah, I'm here just like you, just waiting to see the persecutor.
What do you got, Belleville or Sumter?
Sumter Township, Rob Young.
Yeah, he's in a breakout room right now, I think, with another attorney.
Mr.
Oh, okay.
Bohannes, what's your client's name?
Jeffrey Gilson?
Hang on. Do you have him with you there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay,
Your
hang
Honor.
on and I'll pull the file.
Thank you so much.
You
How are you and
know,
your family doing?
we're doing well. We have a common friend, I think, Greg, the barber shop I go to, Michelle. She always talks about you.
Oh, yeah.
Gentleman's First Barber Shop. She speaks
Yeah,
highly of
Michelle
you.
Jones.
Yep, Michelle Jones.
Yeah. My brother and her husband were friends since high school.
Okay.
Yeah, she's real nice.
Whatever happened? What happened with Clovis? Did he?
He lost the state rep position.
What happened with the judgeship? I thought he was going to run for judge. What happened to that?
No, he decided not to run for judge.
Okay.
Mr. Bohannes, I have a plea offer in the file for a double parking and impaired, and the other stuff will be dismissed.
Yeah, no, Your Honor, we filed a motion for evidentiary hearing. The other attorneys got it. So we just need a hearing date for the evidentiary
I
hearing.
don't have a motion.
Well, it's been filed with the court for months. Hold on, maybe a year. Hold on.
This was originally a Judge Parrott case. I see it. Yep, I see that it was originally a Judge Parrott case. I see Judge Parrott's notes.
And then it was transferred to Judge Oakley.
Well, and it
now
should
it's-
be back with Judge Oakley because he's hearing, I'm going to actually, Rob, on People versus Jeffrey Gilson, I'm going to put this file aside with, okay, what in the hell did I do with that other file? Uh-oh. Yeah, I think I sent it up front after. Heather, did I send you the Pachalski file? put it to the side.
Your Honor, do you want to put me in a breakout room with Rob Young or no?
You can, but Judge Oakley's hearing these cases.
Right.
And I thought I put a file to the side that I was supposed to, and I think I accidentally sent it up front. But I will, I'll put you in a breakout room with him, but what I'm inclined to do is put it back with Judge Oakley because he's hearing Judge Oakley's hearing a case from Murray Duncan, Bill Mays. It all has to do with Huron Township, which is this one, even though it's Sumter, it's Huron. It's Huron's breathalyzer. So we had agreed that he was going to hear all of them and that would be it. But I'll put you in a breakout room with Mr. Young anyway, if you'd like to.
And then the court will just give us issue a date.
Yeah, I'm going to have to take it up front. I'm actually going to set this aside so I don't screw this one up and go up front and talk to them about it. Because I apparently let the other file go up front after I said I wasn't going to, but Heather has it. Okay, Heather, thank you.
So
but
can
I'll
I
put you in a,
release?
pardon?
Can I release my client, Your Honor?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
You're all good. We're gonna get
And
another
so,
court.
let me do this real quick. Mr. Young, on Mr. Ruark's case, on the Schaefer case.
Your Honor, he asked me to take a look at the tape, the night of the incident, which I have not done and didn't know there was an incident. So I will take a look at that. And can we adjourn this until he thought there might be some problems getting everything done by the 7th of January? What's your next date?
Have by the 7th of January, that's 2 months out. How could there be a problem getting it done in the next 2 months, Mr. Rourke?
Your Honor, I was more concerned with the early date in January because of my own personal calendar and a trip. That was my bigger concern.
Are you gone on the 7th?
No, I will be here on the 7th.
I mean, yeah, it's going to be, it's going to be by Zoom. Even if we have to adjourn it again, I don't want to adjourn it past January the 7th. And I don't even have a date past that anyway. That's like the farthest date out that I have.
No problem. No objection.
All right, I'll make it January the 7th. I do, Mr. Rourke, I need your client's cell phone number and email. Mr. Schaefer, can I have your cell phone number and your email?
734-716.
I'm sorry, what was 734?
734-716-2297.
And your email.
My email is Schaefer's my last name, SHAFER 627@gmail.
Schaefer, KFER?
SHAFER.
Okay, 627@gmail.
Correct.
Perfect. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Then
Thanks, Your
you'll
Honor.
get a notice, but it's gonna be January the 7th.
No problem. Thank you, Your Honor.
At 9:30. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks,
Okay,
Ron. Talk to you.
now I'll put you in a breakout room with Mr. Bahanas.
Thank you, Your Honor. And I don't have to come back into the court, correct?
Okay, nope, you don't. That's
Thank
fine.
you so much.
Mr. Radabash, can you hear me?
Good morning, Your Honor. I am Ellie from Attorney Joseph Hall's office. Mr. Raudebush is appearing in our office this morning, but Mr. Hall is appearing via Zoom from his home, so he hasn't logged in just yet.
Mr. Who is appearing from home?
Attorney Joseph Hall. He's
Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? I thought I saw him in the waiting room and apparently I don't. All right, as soon as we get him on, I'll grab him, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Just hang out.
Okay.
We have Hanson and Moon joining us.
And Shane, just so you know, I'm Dan Bitar. I don't think we've ever met before. I do some of the MIDC stuff here in Romulus. So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And next time I have one of these dockets, I'll probably just email you ahead of time the day before and ask you what the offers are.
Okay.
And if you could send me those offers or copies of the plea forms, whatever you send to court.
Okay. I can certainly try to do that. I'll be honest, this is new to me, and when I have been putting offers in, it's been 2 weeks in advance, and then I leave them in the court files, and I have no recollection as to what the offer was. So
That's fine. Whichever way you want to do it is fine with me. I have no issues.
okay, sounds good. I look forward to
Thank
working.
you. Judge, how are you?
Good.
Hey, Royce, while you're on here, Tuesday Mason was one of your email cases from a while ago.
Who?
Tuesday Mason.
Okay.
And Angela, I believe, said you already have discovery on that case. It's from several months ago. Can you email it to me if you do have it?
Yeah. I remember the name Tuesday, so I should have
Okay.
it.
Thank you.
Is the prosecutor present on Serrano?
I had to unmute.
They're probably on court days with other people.
Can anyone hear us, sir? I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yes, we can hear you. What's your last name?
Boggess, Boggess.
Hang on just a second and let
Okay.
me pull your file. Counsel, what case are you on? No, not you, Mr.
Not you.
Boggess.
Okay.
Mr. Sack, I'm on Serrano.
Serrano, let me pull the file. Hang on just a second.
I believe that's a Sumter file.
I see it. I have it. Hang on a second. Yeah, I have Mr. Young in a breakout room right now, counsel. So we'll have to wait a minute. It looks
Okay.
like there's a plea offer that if there's a plea to the dangerous animal, the other cases will be dismissed. They're reviewing filing a petition to destroy the dogs or dog.
Okay. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out how to use or get back to you. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. Okay.
Okay. I'm on another court. I know that me and the prosecutor spoke about this last time, and I think that we were going to see about doing something a little bit more, setting it up for a hearing. So I
Okay.
guess I'll thank you so much.
Well, just wait until he gets back on then. Mr. Boggess, there's not a plea offer in your case. The Sumter prosecutor is saying that you can plead straight up to this assault and battery. Do you want to talk to the court-appointed attorney? I can put you in a breakout room.
She said completed. What did he say now? I'm
Yes,
sorry.
you want to talk to the attorney.
Oh,
Mr.
yes,
Matar, it's an assault and battery. The offer is just a straight up, okay?
Yeah, because the grandmother who those, okay.
You know
here's
what?
the-
You can please I don't want to hear the details. You can tell it to the court-appointed attorney.
Sorry,
Okay, how
apologize.
does he just like pop up on there?
I'm gonna know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell you what to do. Right now, you got something that says join, hit join, and you can talk to him.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Young, did you complete talking to, I don't remember who you were talking to.
Greg Bolahanis?
Yeah, on which case?
Oh, geez. I don't have the files in front
I
of me.
put it to the side. Whatever it was, I put it to the side.
So he had filed a motion. Case
Yep.
was originally assigned to Judge Oakley.
Yep, I'm
There were-
putting it back with Judge Oakley.
All right, put it back over there, and there's a number of issues that I acknowledge, and I'm just trying to figure out how to work them out, and I told him to adjourn it, and I'll talk to Toth, and then I'll get back with him.
Okay, that's fine. I have, no, I don't even know who I have. I'm waiting on an attorney for Raudebush. Oh, I have the attorney. He's got his back to us on the animal case, which is Serrano.
Yeah, you know what? Do you have that? I have a police report in your file. Can I get
No,
that?
you don't. I don't have a police report.
Okay, hold on.
Nope.
All right.
Judge, you only gave us 60 seconds in that breakout room.
No, I know it ended it. I didn't do that. It just ended it. Hang on, let me restart them. I thought you were super quick, Mr. Batar. I didn't think.
Actually, I'm ready to talk to the prosecutor. You don't need to send us back in.
Okay. Who is the prosecutor?
I think it's Sumter. Rob.
It is Rob on Bogus. Rob,
Yeah, hold
are
on.
you serious? Do you want me to put you in a breakout room with Mr. Young?
Yes, Judge, please.
Rob, can you go on a breakout room on Bogus?
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Okay, go ahead.
All right, go ahead and go on, hit join.
She's telling him, not you.
Yeah, Mr. Bogus, just hang out.
Okay.
See you right there?
Mm-hmm.
That's how they see you.
See a whole bunch of people making money.
Judge?
Yes.
Dan?
Mr. Bogus has his grandmother there with him on Zoom. Rob would like to speak with her. Could you send them into a breakout room?
Sure.
Thank you.
Do you hear me, Dan?
I didn't hear you, Roy Sweat.
I do not have discovery for Tuesday. The only thing that Angela sent me were plea offers.
Did she send you a discovery order?
Nope.
Okay, thank you. That clears it up. I'll take care of it with her.
I'm not sure where my client is, Mr. Dor Horton. I
Royce,
tried-
All right. Now hit join, Mr. Bogus.
Okay. Thank you.
Royce, just
You're
go.
welcome.
Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it if anyone shows.
Yeah, I tried to call the number that he gave me when
Yeah.
I arraigned him, and it's no longer in service. And then I called the number on the Register of Actions, and it goes to the state police.
That's all right. Did you have a plea worked out or anything, or
There
you were
is a
just waiting
plea.
for?
There's a plea in the file.
There is a plea, Dan, but I mean, I'll forward you the report because I'm not so sure about this disorderly conduct.
Don't even bother at this point. If he does come on, I'll text you and then you can send it to me.
Perfect. Awesome.
All right. Thanks,
All right, see you
Royce.
guys.
Judge, I have to call another city attorney back. I'm going to mute myself.
Okay. People versus Todd Rodebush. It looks like I have Attorney Hall and then I have Mr. Rodebush in your office is my understanding.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor. My Mr. Rodebush is in my office. I am remote from
That's
home.
fine. There's an offer from the Sumter prosecutor for an impaired and that the other charges would be dismissed. Have you discussed that with your client?
I have, Your Honor. And at this point, we would ask the court to set this matter for a final pretrial and move forward to jury selection and jury trial.
Are you asking for a jury trial or a pretrial?
A jury trial. We're asking for a jury trial, Your Honor.
Then I'll set this with the pile for jury trials.
Okay. Thank you
All right.
very much, Your Honor.
You're all set.
Take
Thanks.
care.
Have a great day. Goodbye.
Have a good one. You as well.
I don't know about this.
Mr. Hall asked for a jury trial on Mr. Rodebush, Mr. Young, so I set that in the pile.
When are those being set, by the way?
They're not.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You asked the Supreme Court. We're not allowed to set jury trials. We can't do anything right now, so.
All right. Can you get Bogus back in?
Well, yeah, can try. Yeah, it'll clear out in 30 seconds. Mr. Backus, what case are you on?
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here on Mark Zellner.
I have Mr. Zellner. I saw him. He's in the bottom corner. Let me do this other case first. Mr. Young on People versus Douglas Bogus.
Yes. Is MIDC there?
He was.
Your Honor, he said he had to step out to make the call.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He had to step out for a minute.
All right. I'm sure he's not going to object to this. Based upon my conversations with the complainant, prosecutor moves to dismiss.
Do you understand that, Mr. Bogus? I'm going to dismiss this case, okay?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. You're all set. Have a great day.
Okay, you too.
On Mr. Zellner, Mr. Backus, I have the prosecutor. There's no plea. There's a plea offer that he pleads to driving unsuspended. They'll dismiss the speeding. Did you want a breakout room with Mr. Young?
Yeah, please, Judge.
And Mr. Zellner, just hang out while your attorney goes in the breakout room. The person that's got the name of Montezian Cherry, what case are you here on?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I have 20062.
No, don't give me, you know what? Don't give me give me your name.
Oh, Montezian Cherry.
Oh, then that is your last name is Cherry. I think you're in the wrong place.
Oh,
Hang on just a second.
aren't you?
Oh, wait, no. You're not in the wrong place. You're early. You're on a landlord tenant case.
Yes.
I'm going to stick you back in the waiting room if that's okay. Because see all these people, you're crowding my space. So
Okay.
your case is set at 11. It's a landlord tenant. I'm going to stick you back in the waiting room. Just hang out there and I'll grab you in a little bit. Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Darcy Pardon.
Yes, Your
Okay.
Honor.
Good
I think
morning.
it's good morning, Your Honor. I think you have my daughter's name, which is attached to my phone. I'm sorry.
Okay,
My name
what's
is
your name?
Daenerys Serrano. My apologies, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. You're Miss Serrano?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, yep, your attorney is in here, and as soon as we grab him, we'll do your case, okay? So just hang
Thank you,
out
Your
for a
Honor.
few minutes. Yep, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Did I miss something with Bogus? Did that end up getting
I
dismissed?
dismissed it.
Okay, good. Thank you.
He didn't think you would object.
I definitely don't.
Mr. Moon, you're back. No, you're not. Oh, Mr. Williams.
Yeah.
Good morning. Let me pull your
Good morning.
case. Hang on just a second. Mr. Williams, I have a stipulation that if the offer by the prosecutor, if you plead to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, which does not go on your driving record, that they'll dismiss the driving unsuspended. It'll be a $445 ticket, which I can give you time to pay, but it won't prevent you from getting your license and it won't go on your record. Are you interested in taking that plea? If you want to, you can talk to the court-appointed attorney about it.
Yeah, may I please?
Yep, absolutely. Mr. Batar,
Yes, Judge.
I'm going to send you in. Did you hear me? It's allowing an unlicensed driver to drive $445.
I did, Judge.
There you go. Just hit join, Mr. Williams. Mr. Young, did you talk to Mr. Backos about Mark Zellner?
Yeah, he's got 10 seconds to take this plea. I'll agree to an odd.
Mr.
9,
Backos,
8, 7. We'll accept, Your Honor. My client stands ready to enter a plea of guilty to the
and the
amended
other
charges allowing.
cases, and the other cases are dismissed?
Yes.
Do you understand, Mr. Zellner, by pleading guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, that you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form?
Mark
Mr.
Zellner, are you there?
Can you hear me? You have to unmute yourself, Mr. Zellner. Mr. Zellner, lower left, unmute yourself.
There it is.
Perfect, there it is. That you're going to plead, your attorneys renegotiated the deal by the prosecutor to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, which is going to cost you $445, but it doesn't go on your driving record. The other cases will be dismissed. It won't prevent you from getting or keeping or doing whatever with your license. Is that your understanding?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I can give you time to pay that if you need it. Is it true that on or about September the 3rd of this year, you were in Sumter Township and you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive a vehicle that you were in?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll accept your plea. Do you need time to pay that?
No, Your Honor, I can pay it today.
I'm gonna make a notation that's pay within 2 weeks. You can pay it online, you can mail it in, you can drive it over to the court and pay it live in person, and then you'll be done with us, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank
You're
you, Mr. Young.
welcome. Mr. Moon,
problem.
can you hear me? Mr. Moon, you're raising your hand. Are you raising your hand? Can you hear me, Mr. Moon? Maybe? Can you hear me? Not really sure. Don't think he can. All right, counsel. Oh, I think I lost him. All right, Mr. Young, I thought I had the counsel on Serrano, but I lost him.
I gotta read that file real quick. I'll be back in a second.
Okay. I don't have a police report, so don't come looking for me. Mr. Moon, can you hear me now?
Judge, Mr. Williams is ready. He's gonna enter a plea.
Mr. Williams, you understand that by pleading guilty to this added count, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice or rights form?
Yes,
And is it true that you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive a vehicle that you were in on March the 15th of this year?
yes,
It is, I'm assessing the fines and costs that we talked about for a total of $445. Do you need a payment plan for that?
yes, I do.
Is $50 a month work?
Yes, it does.
I'll do a $50 a month payment plan. Can I get a cell phone and an email from you?
Yes, it's 313-575-9060.
And an
the
email.
Williams.c.deandre@gmail.
At Gmail?
Yes.
We will send you a $50 a month payment plan, make the payments, and you'll be done with us, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Perfect. Yep. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
Mr. Moon, can you hear me now? Mr. Moon. Maybe, not maybe. Rob, what are you doing? You're making a lot of noise.
Mr. Moon, can you hear us?
Can you hear us? I don't think so. Let me see if I have a phone number for him, Dan. Maybe you can call him.
Okay.
I do. You want to try to call him?
Yep.
734-828-3536. Oh, wait, he's trying to connect to his audio now.
Okay. There we
Yeah,
go.
I think he's got it. Now unmute yourself. Lower left, unmute yourself. You gotta, there's a lower left with the little red. Yes.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can
Oh,
see that you
God.
raised your little hand and stuff. We were all rooting for you.
I'm at work and I've been out here trying to do this for about 45 minutes now.
Well, I promise you, I'm going to get you in and out now, Mr. Moon. Although I do like the
Thank you.
fact that you did the little hand raise. Heather, do you see Mr.
Yeah,
Moon's
raising
hand
my
raise?
hand.
Maybe instead of you chatting me, Heather, maybe you should raise your hand from now on because I can see that right away. Heather? Raise your hand that you heard me, Heather. Anyway, Mr. Moon, I have an offer from the prosecutor that if you plead to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, that the driving unsuspended would be dismissed. if you did that today, I would also waive the $150 in bench warrant fees that are on this file. It would still cost you $445, which I could give you a payment plan for, but I'll waive the excess fees on top of that.
Wow.
Are you interested in doing that?
You can hear me okay?
I can hear you okay.
Okay, I was told when I was appearing in court several months ago before COVID hit, I was told that what I needed to do next was to get my license.
Yep, and that's why they offered this deal, so that it doesn't go on your driving record. If you want, I can put you in a breakout room with Mr. Batar, who's our court-appointed attorney.
No, that's okay. I did have a request. I'm going through a lot in my life right now, and $400-something is a lot. Can I do community service or something for that?
Do you have some place that you can do community service?
I can find a place, yes.
Do you have a church or the school or something that, I don't know what your life is, but do you have some connection to a church or a school or the Salvation Army or a soup kitchen or something that you could do community service?
Yes, I will make that happen, yes.
All right, then I will do that then. Do you understand that by pleading guilty to the allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, that you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice or rights form, and you're going to plead guilty to this?
Yes.
And is it true that on or about May the 1st of 2019, you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive a vehicle that you were in? It was you, I know, but it
was me, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you about that. It was me.
Yeah, you allowed yourself. Yeah, it's sort of it's so that it doesn't go on your driving record. It's sort of a legal misnomer anyway. All right, well, I'll accept your plea. I'm gonna, instead of the fines and costs, I'm gonna assess.
Your Honor?
Yes.
Does it, I know I shouldn't have been driving, but I was complying with that and I wasn't driving.
It doesn't go on your driving record. It won't affect your driving at all, okay?
Okay, I was being evicted and I had to move my stuff out of the house.
I'm gonna assess 30 hours of community service in lieu of fines and cost, instead of fines and costs. Can you do that between now and like January the 15th, give you through the holidays?
Yeah, I should be able to do it by January 15th.
Let me make sure that's not if I put a date in that's on a weekend,
myself.
it won't. But, and all you gotta do is email us a letter from whoever you did the community service with on their letterhead, okay?
Okay, do I, so all I need to do is do the community service. Am I gonna get something from you telling me what I have to do? Or am I getting from you now?
Heather, can we send him a letter with the community service date? Oh, she's writing at me in all caps. I don't know what that means, but she said fine. She said it in all caps, so I think she's annoyed about it, but she'll do it. All right.
I'm not good with this virtual stuff, and like I said, it took me 45 minutes to get through. So I'll get an email saying I owe 30 hours of community service.
Yeah.
And then
By the January 15th date. Yep. And then just email it back to us on their letterhead when you get it, or you can mail it in. Okay.
Who do I address the email to, or who do I specifically?
With the email that you get it from, which is the court. Oh, she wants me to verify your address. The email and is, I have an email address of mlm033010@gmail.com.
That's it.
And a hard address of 10237 Swan Lake in Ypsilanti.
That's it.
Perfect. Then we have your both of your addresses. Thank you very much, Mr. Moon. Go back to work.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Have a good day.
Thank you. Have a good day. Goodbye.
Bye. How do I close out?
I'll close you out. I'll get rid of you.
Okay, thank you. Get rid of me. I'm going back to work. Bye.
All right. Okay, we lost the attorney on Serrano, Rob. I have no idea where he went.
That the two of you would have equal decision making on.
What did I put in the file for a plea offer?
Just pleading to dangerous animal, and it says the other one will be dismissed and the township's gonna review whether they're gonna file a petition on the dogs.
That's right.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, there he
This
is.
Mr.
Okay, he's back.
I'm in court on another computer. I'm just about to finish up. Can this be put off for a minute?
Yeah, go ahead. We'll wait.
Thank you.
Miss Fowler, what case are you on?
Let's see, case number
No, don't give me a case number. Give me a name.
Melinda and Damon Fowler. This is MIMG Gateway Townhomes.
Okay, you're on a civil case. You're gonna just have to on Gateway. Hang on just a second. And you are Melinda Fowler? Gotcha.
That's correct.
All right, I'm gonna stick you back in the waiting room for a minute while I finish up my rest of my docket so you're not crowding my Zoom. All right,
Sure.
so I'll grab you in a couple minutes.
Okay.
Thank you, but I got you checked in. Emily, Christine, what case are you on?
That was the attorney judge who was doing
Oh,
the
yeah,
other
oh,
hearing.
okay, yeah, you're right, thanks. I think, Mr. Batar, we're about done. We have any
Yeah, there's a couple,
stragglers? A couple minutes, hang out for 10 or 15 minutes.
I'll hang out for 9 minutes, Judge.
Thanks.
I have Woodhaven at 11. There you go. People are coming in now.
No, that's Paige. That's
Oh,
for my
okay.
civil stuff. Yep, Paige, I got people sitting in the waiting room while I finish my misdemeanor docket.
Okay, thanks, Judge.
Yeah, see, Heather, did you hear that? Paige can talk to me and see me.
I don't believe that Heather actually exists, Judge. You always say her name, but I never hear or see anything from her.
Oh, she just texted. Yeah, she just said I choose not to speak. Yeah, you don't believe me. You think she's my imaginary friend.
Yep.
Do you like that, Heather? I'm going to start calling you my imaginary friend.
Hey, Judge.
Yes?
I have 2 small claims cases and 1 eviction. Can I put the eviction on that, the 12th with those other landlord tenant cases?
You can.
Okay, and then for the 2 small claims, can I just put them on your December date?
Is that what you want to do with them?
They went in front of Al and they couldn't resolve it. So now they just have to be sent.
I know. How much time do you need for them though? I mean, for notice, not time.
Probably like 10 days.
So you can't do those on the 12th.
Yeah, no, I don't think that they would. I could try to call them.
No. That's okay. But why are you going to December? Why wouldn't you do it on the 17th?
That's what I meant. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll call them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Do it on the of November.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Maybe I misunderstood. Maybe you said the 17th and I was thinking December.
Okay, I will get that notice out. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. All right. Bye. Rob, are we good on, what are we doing on Serrano?
I don't know. I'm waiting. You said the offer was dangerous animal, dismiss the
Oh,
other.
he's back in. No, we're waiting for him. Never mind. We're still waiting for him to jump on. And then I'll put you in a breakout room with them.
I don't have anybody else.
No, but we have a couple cases that are set right now. So we got to wait and see if any of them show up. But otherwise, I think this is the last one.
All right.
All right. So just hang out for a few minutes. Mr. Nolan, if you want to go and if I need you, I'll grab you. I have plea offers anyway.
I'm just doing work and I know we have a bench
Okay,
trial set for
your work.
11:30.
Oh, are you on the bench trial?
I am.
Okay, so you can sit through my civil docket. Lucky you.
It's gonna be a fun one.
Great, I'm excited. Well, Dan, though, too, if you want to go, Dan, if there's some emergency that I need you on, I can either work around it or whatever if you want to go, or you're going to wait until, if you want to wait until 11.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
up-
just wait, Judge, because I already told Mr. Cayley, the prosecutor down in Woodhaven, or city attorney, that
Okay.
I wouldn't be until 11 anyways.
Okay, perfect.
I'll go fill up my coffee though.
Okay, thanks.
Hello?
Good morning, counsel. What case are you on?
20323.
Don't give me case numbers. Give me a name.
Okay, Southport versus GROF.
I got it. I'll check you in. Are you Richard Herman?
I am.
I'm going to stick you back in the waiting room for just a couple minutes while I finish my misdemeanor docket, and then I'll let you in, okay?
No problem. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Judge, I'm going to sign out. If anyone comes in, you can just text me.
All right, Dan, no one's gonna want you.
I don't blame them. I'll
All
see you
right,
next
I'll
time.
let you know. Thanks. All right,
Thank you.
bye.
On the Serrano, we are ready. I'm off court on the other one.
All right, thanks, because I'm about ready to sign off, so I needed to take care of it. On People versus Daenerys, Daenerys? Is that what it
Daenerys, Your
is,
Honor.
Serrano?
Thank you.
Correct, Judge Daenerys, yes.
I mean, there's an offer that, like I had indicated before, to a plea to a dangerous animal, and then the other cases would be dismissed. And then the township's reviewing the petition on whether or not they're gonna move forward with move forward with a petition to destroy the dogs. Did you want to talk, did you talk to Mr. Young, or did you want to?
Yeah, I do, Judge. We talked back in the day, and when we did talk, it's legitimately, Your Honor, a fight between cats and dogs, and the cats and dogs are the only witnesses. And the police actually saw one of the animals leaving the scene and made a connection that way. But we don't know how it all started or what specifically happened. We laughed about, we just didn't laugh about it. We discussed it seriously and talked about it. The prosecutor was going to follow up and see if it was possible just to dismiss the case. So I don't, then things got adjourned several different times.
Mr. Young,
Yes.
did you want to do a breakout room with council, or is it?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I did look into it, and so I probably need to talk to him.
Okay, let me put you in a breakout room. Hang on. And Ms. Serrano, just hang out.
Okay, Your Honor, thank you.
And Heather, if you want, well, you can wait on this one if you want, or you can hang out. I have that bench trial at 11:30. Heather, I don't know if you're gonna jump back on for that or be gone. Mr. Nolan, I'm gonna shove you in the waiting room because I got a lot of civil cases for the next half hour.
No problem. Do you anticipate we'll even begin at 11:30?
Yeah, we will begin at 11:30. If they're here, we're doing it at 11:30, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna hop off then, and then I'll come back on at about 11:20, if that's all right.
Okay, yep, no, that's fine. Thank you. On my civil cases, while I'm waiting, good morning, Mr. Katz. Let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cases that are set. Let's start with, Mr. Katz, I have Pine Woods
Your Honor,
versus.
Your
Yes.
Honor, I'm actually in another court. Can I just come back in like 5 minutes or 10 minutes?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
That's fine.
I'm
Okay,
here
so-
if you need a victim.
If I need a victim. Yeah, Mr. Binkran, I have you and I have Miss Fowler. So I got both parties on that and, yeah, on Southport, I don't have the defendant yet, so I can't use you as a victim.
Okay, no worries.
But Mr. Bickran, I can go ahead and do Gateway versus Damon Fowler because I have both parties.
That would be wonderful. Is Melinda Fowler here also?
She is
Yes,
here.
I am.
Did you want to do a breakout room with her?
I don't know what's to be gained from it.
Okay.
We're just seeking a writ. She's been there for many, many months. And our manager is here too, Kathy McCoy. I don't know if she's part of this session here, but she's in the breakout. She was in the weight room. Gateway, Kathy
It
McCoy.
looks like, yeah, the consent was entered into the end of September. The defendants, the consent was negotiated. When are you out, Miss Fowler?
Yes, we are. We would need just the weekend. My attorney would have been here, but she did not even receive this notice.
You know
And
what? That's totally fine. They're not gonna do it until after the weekend. I'm gonna sign the writ. You'll be out by Sunday.
yes.
Okay, perfect. Mr. Bickran, any questions?
I don't, unless a writ is necessary, everything's out. We just have a couple of boxes. We've already,
Okay.
we're literally in a
Well, I mean,
hotel
for
right now.
purposes of
We are
today, I'm
homeless.
gonna sign the writ, but they won't have to, and that means they can access the property next week then.
Okay,
Ms.
thank you.
Fowler, Ms. Fowler, just give me a call.
That's Kathy, our manager.
Okay, Ms. Fowler, will you call Kathy from Gateway?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, will you call Kathy at Gateway, okay?
Okay.
All right,
Just call
so
me
you're
when
all
you're out.
set then.
Okay, so I'm all set.
You're all
right.
set. Yep, thank you.
Thank
Have
you.
a great day.
Thank you,
Yep.
everyone. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Young, on Mr. Serrano's case.
Adjournment, Your Honor. He's representing that he believes, he's not confirmed it, but he believes they have left the state. The dogs have gone with them. And he's going to verify that, confirm that. If he gets with me, then I can do, and I told him I would take his word on it. If that's the case, obviously I would take a different look at this.
I'm gonna adjourn this to January 7th at 9:40. Is that okay, council?
Yes, Judge.
Perfect. Then you're all set. Ms. Serrano, did you hear that? We're gonna adjourn it. You're gonna appear by Zoom again on January the 7th, okay?
Thank you so much, Your Honor. Yes.
All right, you're all set. Thank you very much and have a great day.
The same to you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Young. That means that's a wrap for you.
All right, I got some civil matters. If somebody shows up, I'll be in the court for about 45 minutes. So,
All right, perfect.
thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Yep, bye. And then I'm waiting on parties on, let's see, I need Mr. Katz on 3 of the 4 that are left. As soon as we get him back, I can do the Barrington with Montezion Sherry. So everybody just hang out for a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Or council, if we get Ian Groff, either I give a half-hour time frame, so I'll take the I'll sign the writ at 11:30. if there's no appearance, okay?
Perfect. I'm just sitting here at my desk working away, so just
Perfect. All
holler
right.
out when you need.
I will,
Thank you.
thanks.
Yep.
Are you back with us, Mr. Katz?
I hope so.
I have, I think I have a defendant for you. Hang on just a second. Let me
Yeah,
pull the
Mr.
file.
Cherry, it looks like.
I do. I have on Barrington versus Montezion Sherry. This matter is set today for a writ application. Miss Sherry, are you there?
Yes.
Oh, Yeah, Mr. Sherry. This matter was set over for today at 11 a.m. Any reason to have a conversation, Mr. Katz?
Yeah, I can have a conversation. I mean, Mr. Sherry did file a CDC. My concern always is he doing the best he can to make payments? We did file a writ prior to that. But at this point, I'd like to have a conversation with Mr. Sherry and see what his plans
Okay,
are.
I'm gonna put you guys in a breakout room. Hang
Perfect.
on one second. All you have to do, Mr. Cherry, is hit join.
Okay.
Miss Chamberlain? Miss Chamberlain, can you hear me? You got to connect to your audio. Can you hear me, Miss Chamberlain? Yeah, you got to hit connect to audio using internet. Yeah, can't you have to reconnect. Yeah, you have to reconnect. I got to take care of something. I'll be right back. What'd you figure out, Mr. Katz?
So, Mr. Cherry is going to try to finalize the EDP paperwork. So if we could do a 2-week adjournment on this.
Let me look at my calendar real quick. Can we do it November the 17th during my civil docket? I'll just throw it on at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, Mr. Cherry, you think you can get it all resolved by then?
Yeah, I should be able to.
All
Okay.
right, and you can let us know so that we can pull it from the docket if you got it resolved, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
I'll
And,
adjourn it to the 17th at 10.
okay, perfect. Your Honor, I've got 2 others. I'm not sure why I have hearings on them. Are you putting hearings on all writ filings or?
I think that they redid the thing that we had to do it,
Okay.
with they, you know what I mean? They reinstituted it on October the 22nd or something.
Okay, so on the other 2, since they have not appeared, I believe. are we
That's
just-
correct.
So do I just get to proceed with those at this point?
I'm going to sign in 10 minutes at 11:30. I'll sign the writs on those.
Okay, so if I could just put you on mute and sign off on the
Yep, just
video.
hang out. I've got a bench trial that I'm gonna start at 11:30, so I'll take the writ for, I'll do the defaults first, all right?
Okay.
Just give me
so-
10 minutes. All right.
Perfect, thank you. Mr. Cherry, you can hang up. We're all set.
Okay, can I ask you one more question?
Real quick, but
All right, so if I did the CDC declarations, is the writ still on there?
we're gonna have to figure that out. You're gonna have to have Wayne Metro call me.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Bye.
I think Larry Chamberlain was at court.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Big Larry, little Larry.
Big Larry.
Miss Chamberlain, now you've got the connection. If you just mute yourself and hang out for a few minutes till we get everybody.
Okay, I'm sorry. I will. mute
That's
myself.
okay, thanks.
Okay.
Mr. Nolan, I think that we're just waiting on Mr. Jadala.
Okay,
So I think we should be able to start right at 11:30. I'm gonna message him right now, make sure he knows. Think everybody's on. I see Miss Chamberlain. I see Officer Schreckengas. Do you have another witness besides that?
the victim, Mr. Chamberlain.
He was on here a minute ago and he must have had to reconnect.
Okay, he told me his son was gonna help him.
Okay,
that-
perfect. All right, thanks.
Yep.
Mr. Katz and actually, and Mr. Herman, I'm gonna go ahead and sign your writs.
Okay, we're all set then?
You're all set. Mr.
Perfect.
Herman,
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes.
I'm gonna sign your writ, so you're all set.
Okay, perfect. You probably can't see me right now, but you
I
can hear me,
can't.
right?
Yep, I can hear you. You're all set. I'm signing them. You're good to go.
All right, Judge. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Have a great day.
You have a good day. All right,
Yep.
bye. Mr. Nolan, I'm adding Mr. Chamberlain right now.
Any word from Mr. Jadala?
Hello?
Hello. Hi, Larry. I was asking Judge Brooke or Judge Green if the defense attorney's in yet. So go ahead and mute your screen until we get going here, if that's all right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you. I was gonna say, you can mute your screen until we get going if you want.
I text Mr. Jadala and I'm waiting for a response. Did you need a breakout room with Mr. Chamberlain before we start, Mr. Nolan? Okay, Mr. Chamberlain, you can hear me okay and everything?
Yes, I can, Your
Okay,
Honor.
perfect. Just hang out and we're waiting for Mr. Jadala. I sent him a message.
Thank you.
Mr. Jadala said he's wrapping something up and he'll be on in about 5 minutes. So everybody just hang out.
Sounds good. Thank you. Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Jadala.
Good morning, Judge Green.
People versus Kylie Chamberlain. Mr. Nolan, are you ready to proceed?
I am, Your Honor.
Mr. Jadala, are you ready to proceed?
I am, Your Honor. I just asked for the courtesy of a brief breakout with Mrs. Chamberlain, Your Honor, before we start the trial.
Yep. Okay, hang on just 1 second.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
You're welcome. I have a late straggler coming in. Let me see who this is. Good morning. What case are you on?
Hello?
Good morning, Mr. McGee. Your case was set at 9:30. I don't
Yes.
have your file anymore. It went up front for a bench warrant. I
Oh,
will
no.
pull your case and I will send you a notice to reset it, okay?
All right, I apologize. The paper I got in the mail had me in courtroom 1. I just spoken to the gentleman, and that's when I had.
All right, we'll reset it because I'm getting ready to do a bench trial, so I don't have time to try to pull it and stuff, but I will go call up front right now and have them reset it, okay?
All right, thank you. I appreciate you.
Okay,
Have a
yeah,
good day.
you're welcome. You too. Bye.
All right.
right, Mr. Jadala, are you ready to go?
Yes, Judge, we're ready to move forward.
Calling people versus Kylie Chamberlain.
Your Honor, I don't see Miss Chamberlain.
Oh, she
She's
might still be in
probably
the
still in the
breakout
breakout room. Hang on, let me grab her. Yeah, she'll be here within 30 seconds. I closed out the breakout room. There she is. People versus Kylie Chamberlain. Are you ready to proceed, Mr. Nolan?
I am, Your Honor.
Go ahead and call your first witness.
No opening statement?
Oh, you can do an, go ahead. Yeah.
I'll keep it brief.
No big deal. Most of the time people don't, but yeah, whatever your preference is, go ahead.
Let me preface this by saying this is my first Zoom trial, so I may stumble through this, but we'll get through it.
That's okay.
To be brief, in terms of an opening statement, Your Honor, the charge at issue is dog off premises. It's a misdemeanor offense in violation of Belleville Ordinance Section 1038. This charge arises out of an incident that occurred on July 2nd, 2020. The Belleville Ordinance, when broken down, simply requires a finding that the defendant owned the dog in question, allowed the dog to stray beyond her property, and failed to maintain reasonable control of the dog. It's true this ordinance doesn't intend to punish conduct that was involuntary or otherwise beyond the defendant's reasonable control. In other words, this is not a strict liability offense. This is not a specific intent crime. This is a general intent crime. Here, the evidence will show beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant owned the dog in question, which is a large white pit bull, that the defendant failed to restrain the dog or otherwise maintain reasonable control of the dog, and in failing to do so, permitted the dog to stray beyond her property and onto the property of the defendant's neighbor and the victim in this matter, Larry Chamberlain. Now, Mr. Chamberlain will be called to testify. He will testify that not only did the defendant's dog come onto his property on this occasion, it bit or scratched him while he was in his own driveway and attempting to perform maintenance on his pontoon boat. Mr. Chamberlain will also testify that even prior to this incident, he had issues with the dog, was nervous about the dog, and certainly afraid of the dog. In fact, he will also testify, and the evidence will show that this was not the first or the last occasion on which the defendant failed to restrain her dog and it allowed it to come onto Mr. Chamberlain's neighboring property. This is not a one-time incident. This is a recurring problem where the defendant routinely fails to restrain her dog and in turn allows it to stray. After all the evidence has been presented, the prosecution will respectfully ask Your Honor to render a verdict of guilty to the charge of dog off premises.
Go ahead and call your first witness. You don't want to make an opening now.
I'll reserve mine, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Go ahead and call your first witness.
Your Honor, for first witness, I call Corporal Todd Schreckengos to the stand.
Can you raise your right hand? Officer, solemnly swear or affirm testimony you'll give in this matter will be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Go ahead, Mr. Nolan.
Morning, Corporal. Let's get right to it. Where do you work?
Morning. City of Belleville.
And how long have you been employed with the City of Belleville?
About 21 years.
Okay. And in what capacity are you employed with Belleville?
I'm a corporal assigned to the Patrol and Investigation Division, basically a patrolman.
Okay. And what are your general job duties on a day-to-day basis?
Ordinance enforcement, traffic enforcement, investigations, criminal enforcement of criminal law and statutes, as well as local ordinances.
Okay. I'd like to direct your attention to July 2nd of year 2020. Can you tell me about the course of your response and investigation on that occasion?
Yeah, approximately about 6:30 in the afternoon, I was responding to 109 Potter Drive, which is in the city of Belleville, County of Wayne, in reference to a dog bite complaint. Dispatch advised that the caller had informed him that he was attacked by a pit bull and that he refused medical attention. However, he just wanted a report.
Okay. And so obviously you went out to the scene at some point?
I did.
Okay. And have you been to this particular residence before?
Numerous times, yes.
Okay. Can you elaborate on that?
Civil disturbances, property disputes, trespassing complaints, a couple animal complaints that I'm aware of. numerous occasions that I've been there, speaking to both Mr. Chamberlain and Kylie Chamberlain, as well as Robert Chamberlain, which is Kylie's husband.
Okay, and obviously we're not sitting in a courtroom right now, but you can see everybody's appearance via Zoom. Is Mr. Chamberlain here?
He is.
Okay, and is Miss Chamberlain here?
She is.
Okay. So obviously you're familiar with the Chamberlains?
Very.
All right. Is it pretty common knowledge that they are not fans of one another, to say the least?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, just say it lightly, yes.
Okay. So when you go out on July 2nd, in response to, I believe you said a dog bite or a dog attack complaint, what happened during the course of your investigation?
I pulled up in front of 209 Potter and met with Mr. Chamberlain in the driveway.
Okay. And based on your investigation, what is your understanding as to what happened that day?
It was Larry came to me and said that he was attacked by the pit bull. The pit bull entered onto his property. He was working on his pontoon boat in his driveway.
Okay. The pit bull being the defendant's pit bull?
Yes.
Okay. And did you have an occasion to see the dog?
Not at that point, no. I've seen it before, but not that day, no.
Okay. What color dog is it?
It's a white. I don't believe it's like full blood pit bull. I'm not sure if it's a different breed of pit bull, but it's pit bull type body shape, very muscular, very large.
Okay. So it's your understanding that Mr. Chamberlain was making repairs to his boat. The dog was apparently not under the control of the defendant, crossed the property line and either scratched or bit him, or at least that's what was conveyed to you.
That's what he reported to me, was that the dog that he saw his neighbor come out of the house, and the dog got loose from Kylie and went over there and jumped on him and attacked him.
Okay. Did you observe anything that would indicate that the dog had actually made physical contact with Mr. Chamberlain?
Yeah, he had several scratches, a couple scratches on his leg. I took a couple photographs of that as well.
All right. I'm going to show you a couple of the photographs, if you would, and I'm going to try to do a share screen here. Again, this is the first time I've done this, so. All right. Can you see that? Can anybody
no.
see this photograph? No?
No.
Let me see here. How about now?
Yeah, we can see them.
Yep, I got him now. Yep.
Okay. Is this a photograph you took?
Yes.
All right.
That's Larry Chamberlain's right leg.
Okay. And I'll show you a second photograph.
Same leg, yes.
You can see, oh, sorry, you can see that second photograph?
I did. It just came up and then it went away.
Okay.
I think when you were screen sharing, I think it worked.
Okay. And then I'll try to pull up a third photograph. Is that the third photograph?
That's one of the photographs I took, yes.
Okay. And obviously that's Mr. Chamberlain?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Did you have an opportunity to see anything else that showed or suggested that the defendant's dog had not been restrained as it crossed onto Larry Chamberlain's property?
Yes, he said that he captured the incident, or at least a portion of the incident, on his CCTV system that was mounted to his house.
When you say CCTV, you mean a surveillance system of sorts?
Yeah, a closed circuit television system, monitoring system.
And is that on the front of the house?
I believe it's on all sides of the house.
Okay. At some point in time, did you have an opportunity to see that surveillance?
I told Mr. Chamberlain to save that footage and then to send it to my departmental email as soon as he could have an opportunity to operate the system. he wasn't quite familiar with the operation of the system other than to pull it up on his phone. He showed it to me, and then I said, can you send that footage to my departmental email, which he did on July the 2nd at 9:30.
Okay, and based on your recollection, what did that that video show?
In the very short video that was sent to me, it shows in there that you could hear Mr. Chamberlain say something, and you couldn't understand what he said. And then you could hear Kylie on the audio. She said something to him, which I couldn't understand what she was saying. It was kind of mumbled. And you can see a shadow, a casting of a shadow of dog and Kylie. And you can tell that Kylie was close to the microphone because it was louder. And when she turned away, like she was walking away from the microphone, it was kind of fleeting. And she was on Mr. Chamberlain's side of the property in the shared driveway.
Okay, that leads me to my next question. You're obviously familiar with where the property line is in that particular location?
Yes, because of the ongoing property disputes between the two parties, it's well defined and well marked, and that both parties are well aware of their own property lines.
Okay, I'm going to try to do a share screen of the video as well as a very short snippet. Hopefully this works. Can everybody see this screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course, I'm hitting play and it's not showing anything.
Try a different player, maybe.
I'm sorry. I'll try that again. At least we had audio that time. It's obviously very short, but is this the video you saw?
Yeah, that's the shadow on to the right side there. It's kind
Okay,
of covered up by with my video feeds of everybody.
Okay, and I understand that this is difficult to see, obviously, from our computers. And
But that's Mr. Chamberlain's boat that would be looking southeast, something like that, towards Potter Drive, and that's Mr. Chamberlain's pontoon boat as well. And the property line is approximately maybe 8 feet to the right if you're looking straight out at the street from where that's at.
All right.
Based on where Kylie was standing at, basically that's where I know that she was on the across the property line to retrieve the dog, and that's what Mr. Chamberlain agreed to as well.
Okay.
Or stated.
So based on your response, your investigation, what you observed in terms of well, everything that day, what was the outcome of your investigation? Were any charges issued?
Yes, the following day, when I arrived there, Mr. Chamberlain was the only one that was home. Kylie and Robert, her husband, were not at home. They had left with the dog. So I returned the following day and issued a citation for dog off premises.
Okay. And I probably should have asked this earlier, but obviously the defendant and the victim share the same last name. Is it your understanding that they are family in some respect?
Yeah, Kylie's husband is Larry Chamberlain's nephew.
And Kylie's husband being Robert Chamberlain?
Correct.
Okay. I don't have any further questions. Thank you.
Mr. Jadala, questions for Officer Schreckengast?
Yes, officer. Now, when you say the dog was off premises and based on your investigation, are we talking about inches, feet, or are we talking about?
I would say probably 8 to 10 feet for her to retrieve the dog from that side of the property line. There's no actually division. It's actually a shared driveway, and there's a telephone pole. It's actually either on the line or slightly over the line. I'm not sure what side it's on. I don't remember whose side that's on, but there's a dividing line and there's a fence currently that comes up to the edge of the driveway.
So when you say it's a shared driveway, if Mr. Chamberlain is working on his pontoon boat, is he directly at or near the side of the driveway of Miss Chamberlain?
Yeah, on his property side, yes.
Okay, so if Miss Chamberlain were to be on her side of the driveway with her dog while Mr. Chamberlain is working on his boat, how far apart would Miss Chamberlain and Mr. Chamberlain be?
If she was standing on the property line, probably 6 to 8 feet, maybe. I didn't measure it, so I'm guessing at this point, but I've been there numerous times.
Okay, so there's not much distance. There's not much distance separating them, correct?
Correct.
And these problems are likely to persist because of the way their property is shaped and how they share the same driveway. Would you agree?
Yes.
Okay, and you saw the injuries on Mr. Chamberlain. Were they consistent with what he described to you as an attack or a mauling by the dog?
I wouldn't say a severe mauling or an animal bite. I didn't see any puncture marks or any teeth marks that would indicate that there was a bite. However, he said that the dog jumped up on him. That would be consistent with the large dog jumping on you would be scratches on his leg.
And it's consistent to also say that the dogs, based on your experience of going out there and maybe your knowledge with this was probably perhaps the dog greeting him rather than attempting to attack him.
You could say that, and then his fear take over that the dog was attacking him, even though the dog may have just wandered over across property lines. And that's basically what the ordinance says, is that allows a dog to be off premises, and that's why she was issued that citation.
Now I understand. And I just want to ask you just one last question. Absent there being a physical barrier dividing that driveway, would you agree it would be kind of hard to not even have a person, much less a dog, be off the premises and going into each other's property lines?
That's been a subject of numerous complaints there, that people have used that driveway or drove across that driveway, across that property line, because it's actually paved. The actual property line is actually paved over. It's a shared driveway with a property line running down the middle of it.
Understood. Thank you very much, officer. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
But I have one question, Officer Schreckengas, though, and I understand what Mr. Jadala is saying. But my question to you is in this case, though, it wasn't about she stepped on my property, he stepped on my property. It was a dog that was not on a leash and collar.
I'm not aware of whether the dog was on a leash or a collar. However, Mr. Chamberlain informed me that they were leaving the home and the dog got away from Kylie. And that's the exact same thing that Kylie and Robert explained to me, is that they were coming out of the house with the dog. When I issued the citation, this is what they told me, was that upon issuing the citation the following day, when I got up with her, she said the dog got away from me and ran over there, but it didn't attack him.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Anything else for Officer Schreckengas? No. Mr.
Nothing further
Nolan,
for me, Judge. Thank you.
go ahead and call your next witness.
Your Honor, I just had one follow-up question.
Go ahead.
Officer, is it your understanding that this is not the first occasion that the dog has made its way over to Mr. Chamberlain's property?
It is not.
And are you
other properties as well?
All right. And based on your experience at the police, never got that. Is it your understanding that the department has received numerous complaints regarding these dogs?
A few for the dogs and among other things, yes.
Okay, and obviously, aside from the fact that these properties neighbor one another and there is no physical divide, is it fair to say that when the dog's not restrained, be it via a leash or a collar or an electric fence of sorts, that this is probably going to be an issue?
To be honest with you, the dog hasn't really run at large, like per se, other than crossing the property line or guarding his home. However, I mean, I can't say that we've actually captured the dog anywhere else other than or that we ever captured the dog off of premises. The dog's usually gathered up quite quickly, as in this incident as well.
That's fair. But if the dog is not restrained, is there anything preventing it from crossing the property line?
No.
Okay. I have no further questions.
And nor do I, Judge.
Go ahead, call your next witness.
Your Honor, my next witness is Mr. Larry Chamberlain.
Mr. Chamberlain, can you raise your right hand? Solemnly swear or affirm testimony you'll give in this matter will be the truth, so help you God.
So help me God, Your Honor.
Go ahead, Mr. Nolan.
Mr. Chamberlain, where do you live?
At 109 Potter Drive, Belleville, Michigan.
Okay, and who are your neighbors?
Robert and Kylie Chamberlain.
And obviously Ms. Chamberlain is here today, is that correct?
Correct.
All right, and you can identify her?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any relationship to your neighbors, Kylie and Robert Chamberlain?
Her husband is my nephew.
Okay. And how long have you guys lived next to one another?
About, I'd say between 10 and 12 years.
Okay. Is it fair to say that you guys do not get along?
Correct.
Okay. And why is that?
Because their dog has charged several of my visitors. It seems like the dog listens to commands, because right before it attacks them, she calls it off and it listens to the commands. And there's been a couple of different police reports where the police have confronted them with bulletproof vests and shotguns. And there's police reports, and you have
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance to that answer. I asked that be stricken, Your Honor. It's not responsive to the question.
Sustained.
Larry, beyond the issues that you've indicated you've had with the defendant's dogs, is it true that there's a long-standing dispute over the property line and possession of other property?
Yes, they have assaulted several people on this property.
That wasn't my question. Is it fair to say that there is an ongoing property line dispute?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I want to direct your attention to July 2nd. If you would, in your own words, can you tell us what happened on that day?
Robert come out and started the car. Kylie come out after him, and when she got onto the front porch, the dog had charged me.
Okay. Was the dog on a leash?
Nope.
The dog have a collar on?
Nope.
Okay. And again, what type of dog is this?
It's a pit bull.
And how long have you known that dog to live next to you?
Years.
Okay. And you're obviously familiar with the dog?
Yes.
Okay. So is it your testimony that the dog crossed your property line?
Yes, it is.
I think you said it bit you, correct?
Yes.
All right. You obviously saw the photographs earlier?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Did those depict your injuries?
Yes.
Okay. And did you eventually seek medical treatment?
Yes, I did.
Where was that at?
At the Van Buren urgent care.
Okay. Is it fair to say that these were not severe injuries?
Right. They was not severe.
Okay. So after you say the dog bit you, what was the defendant's reaction? What happened next?
She come and got the dog off of me, and they got in their car and left before the police showed up.
Okay. And in relation to the property line, how far onto your side of the property were you standing when the dog made contact with you?
8 or 10 feet, like the officer said.
Okay. No question the dog made it to your side of the property?
Right. And it's not a really shared driveway. They just join each other on the property line.
Okay. But there is a clear demarcation as to where that line is?
Yes, there is.
Okay. And how is that defined?
So far up to the back corner of the house, there's a privacy fence, and it was just surveyed, and there's stakes.
Okay. Is it, given the ongoing property dispute, is there any question as to the general location of that line?
No.
Okay. Did the defendant seem sympathetic at all after this?
Thought it was funny.
All right. Was there any conversation between you two?
No,
Mr.
I
Nolan, go ahead. Go ahead and answer.
Okay.
I just made the remark that I was glad that it was on film.
Okay. And when you say it's on film, you're referring to the surveillance we saw earlier?
Right, the security
Okay.
camera.
Is this the first occasion when the defendant's dog was failed to be restrained and made its way onto your property?
It's been over here several times. It's even been here while the police were questioning my father.
Okay. And is this the last occasion on which the defendant had failed to restrain their dog and it made its way onto your property?
Yes.
I'm sorry, my question was this the last occasion or have there been further occasions since this incident?
No, there's not been no further ongoings except for the dog being off the leash.
Okay, but has the dog since this incident on July 2nd made its way back onto your property?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. Your Honor, I don't have any further questions.
Mr. Jadala?
Mr. Chamberlain, now, how long have you been neighbors with Miss Kylie Chamberlain?
10 or 12 years.
How long has the dog been at that address?
I'm not sure. 10 years. I'm not positive. They had another one that looked just like it. They're hard to tell apart.
Okay, how long have your legal troubles with the Chamberlains been going on?
Years.
Less than 10 years though, correct?
No, more than 10 years.
So the animosity between the two sides has been going on since the dogs have been with Miss Kylie Chamberlain and Robert?
Yes.
Over those last 10 years, would it be fair to say that you've been friendly with the dogs on prior occasions?
No.
Would it be true to say that you've greeted the dogs, petted the dogs, played with the dogs in the past?
No.
That the dogs were allowed to go onto your property to play with you and other visitors or members that belong to your house?
No, as I stated before, that dog has charged at me and charged at several of my visitors until she has called it off.
So your testimony today is that you've never had any sorts of relationship with this dog where you have been friendly with it and it's been allowed on your property?
I'm actually feared of all pit bulls.
Nothing further. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Mr. Chamberlain.
Anything else, Mr. Nolan?
One question, Mr. Chamberlain, is it fair to say that your relationship with this dog and I guess any other pit bulls that the defendants have had in the past is about as cordial as it is with your relationship with them?
Yes.
Okay, I have nothing further.
Any other witnesses, Mr. Nolan?
I have no further witnesses, Your Honor.
Mr. Jadala, any witnesses?
Yeah, briefly, I'd like to talk with Miss Kylie Chamberlain.
Ms. Chamberlain, I'm going to put you in a breakout room real quick with Mr. Jadala.
Okay.
On that picture. Legal trouble started this.
Go ahead and hit join.
Corporal?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, you can probably go. I might have you hold on just a little bit in case I need to bottle, but I doubt it. So I don't know what else you got going on, but.
Oh, no, I'm okay for now.
Okay. I imagine we'll be done within the next 20 minutes or so.
That'll be fine.
All right.
Mr. Nolan, I'm gonna mute it for a minute. I'll be back.
Okay, that works.
I can still hear everything. I just can't step
Understood.
away for a second.
I probably will do the same.
Are you ready, Mr. Jadala?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any witnesses on behalf of the defense?
Yeah, we're going to briefly call Ms. Chamberlain to the stand, please.
Ms. Chamberlain, can you raise your right hand? Solemnly swear affirm the testimony you'll give in this matter will be the truth, so help you God.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, Mr. Jadala.
Ms. Chamberlain, I want to take you back to July 2nd, 2020. Do you recall that day?
Yes, I do, sir.
Was there a situation that evening with a Larry Chamberlain?
Yes, sir.
And what occurred on that day with Larry Chamberlain?
My husband and had started the vehicle, and my dog was on a leash and a collar. We had left the porch. I went to open the back door. My dog is very familiar with Larry. She has spent a lot of time on the lake, which we live in as Bow Bow Lake. We have our own dock, our own steps. The property issue started this year with Larry.
Okay, but I just want to ask you about that day. So on that day, was there a situation in which that Larry and the dog came into contact with each other?
Yes, my dog had stepped over a couple feet onto Larry's property. Did she have contact with him? No, she did not.
Okay, now when you say a couple of feet, how many feet do you think onto his property did your dog go to greet Mr. Chamberlain?
A leash length,
Could you give me how many feet that would be?
4 feet.
Now, that 4 feet is that 4 feet that are at issue. Is that 4 feet when this happened on July 2nd, 2020? Was that a situation where it was a disputed property line, or is that a situation where you know that that is not your property, it's Larry Chamberlain's property?
This whole property line thing is being disputed right now. We are going down to circuit court regarding
I
this
don't, Mr.
property
Jadala,
line.
I'm gonna stop this line of questioning. I don't care about the property line dispute. I can't resolve that. It's not my issue. I only care if the dog went over onto his property. I don't care about the property line dispute.
Understood, Judge.
Go
So-
ahead.
Yes. Now, does your dog that you have and Mr. Larry Chamberlain have a relationship?
Yes, they have a very good relationship.
So there've been contact between the two prior to July 2nd, 2020?
Yes, there has. I have pictures of them. Her in his boat, her on the dock while they were skiing off the dock. There's plenty of pictures of her interacting with Larry in a very civil manner. She is not aggressive dog. I do not sick her on people. I do
You know
not
what?
live
I'm
in a
gonna
household
stop
like
Mr.
that.
Jadala once
Ms.
again. This
Ms.
isn't a
Chamberlain?
dangerous dog case. This
Understood.
isn't a dog. It is literally that the dog, it's a dog at large. That means your dog was off of your property. Doesn't matter if it's a friendly dog or not. That's what the charge is. That's what the allegation is. There's not a dangerous dog or anything like that.
And for that, Your Honor, we have no other questions. Thank you.
Mr. Nolan, you're muted.
Mr. Chamberlain, very briefly, so are you admitting that the dog, setting aside the property line dispute, are you admitting the dog at least made its way a couple feet onto Mr. Chamberlain's property on July 2nd, 2020?
If you want to call it Mr. Chamberlain's property, there is no boundaries drawn in the driveway, how we connect. And also, Mr. Chamberlain is a tenant at that 109 Potter,
Doesn't
but
matter
there is
if
no
he's a
boundary
tenant.
line.
It doesn't matter, Mr. Chamberlain, you have to answer the question. Did your
the
dog
dog-
go on
There
his
is-
side?
He says it's his side. There is no boundaries drawn on the driveway of whose side is what. We share a driveway. It is a shared driveway.
Okay.
I will take pictures and show that it is a shared driveway.
Well, I don't doubt that it's a shared driveway. Everything I've seen has indicated it's a shared driveway, but is there anything that gives you some indication as to where the property line is? Because earlier you testified that the dog went a couple feet. Okay, so now are you retracting your earlier testimony?
Close to where Larry was working on his boat.
Okay, and he's working on his boat on his property, is he not?
No, not that I'm aware of. There's no property lines drawing in the driveway. There's
What-
nothing separating.
Ma'am, is it your testimony that
There is
Mr. Chamberlain was?
nothing-
Is it your testimony that Mr. Chamberlain was on your property?
It's a community driveway.
Okay, so there's literally no.
Wait, stop. Per the city and the zoning and the surveyors, it's not a community driveway. It's not one piece of property. It's two different tax parcels, which means that there's a survey that has a line. It isn't one piece, unless I'm wrong, unless it's a surveyed piece that's one piece of property, there's a survey and there's a split. It's not a shared driveway. There's a split. There's a survey that is a legal document that splits the property line.
And I understand
Yes
that,
or
Judge,
no?
but we are disputing that property line.
But I'm not dealing with the dispute, but there
So,
is a
right-
property line. You keep saying
There-
shared driveway. Wait, stop. You keep saying the word shared driveway. It isn't. There's a property line. You may dispute whether the property line is over here or over here, but it isn't one piece that encompasses both of these houses or whatever they are.
It's one big asphalt piece, Your Honor, that has
That's
no
not what
lines
okay, that's
drawing.
enough. Mr. Nolan, you don't have any other questions? No, you
I
don't.
guess I just want to know if she's retracting her earlier testimony.
You don't have any other questions. Mr. Nolan, listen to me. You
Yes.
don't have any other questions.
I do not have any other
Mr.
questions. I hear you.
Jadala, anything else?
Nothing further, Judge. Thank you.
Argument, Mr. Nolan.
Your Honor, I think the evidence speaks for itself, or at least the testimony. I think it shows the defendant beyond a reasonable doubt had owned the dog in question. Certainly no dispute in that regard, and allowed the dog to stray beyond her property, regardless of whatever she believes the property line is. It was my understanding, her earlier testimony was that the dog had strayed a couple feet onto Mr. Chamberlain's property, and in doing so, there's no question that she had allowed the dog, or at least failed to maintain reasonable control of the dog. So
Argument, Mr. Jadala.
And Your Honor, respectfully, the only reason why this entire matter is before this court and why it was even charged is because there is a property line dispute. Has nothing to do with the reason why, if the dog was friendly or not friendly, if the dog was on the property or not, Your Honor. This is all about a family drama, Your Honor, that's gone out of
And I'm
proportion.
sympathetic to that, Mr. Jadala, and I agree with you that it is about a family dispute. But the bottom line is, and this isn't charged as a vicious dog, they're not trying to put the dog down or anything like that. The bottom line is, she knows that there's an issue, yet she lets the dog walk out her door without a leash on. When the dog goes on to the other side, it's a problem. Stop, Ms. Chamberlain. I'm gonna find the defendant guilty as charged. It's a $200 ticket. The state adds $145 for a total of $345. Ms. Chamberlain, I can give you a payment plan if you need one.
No, I don't. I can pay that in full.
I'll make a notation to pay it within 2 weeks. And that's it. You're all set.
Thank you, Judge.
Have a very blessed day.
You too. All right. Goodbye.